Hey guys, this is really bad lighting. It's probably gonna be one of the three worst videos I've ever made. I don't know why I said three instead of any other number. Anyway, this is another one of those videos that I'm making just to make, and that will probably never go out to the public. But currently, it is Saturday, February 24th. I graduate on June 3rd, and that means 100 days. Yeah, I googled it. Lol. Yeah, 100 days to graduation. Which is kind of surreal. Like this year's gone by so fast, but also so slow. It's so weird. COVID freaking off-put every single person on Earth's conception of time, because I feel like my time in high school was shorter than 4 years, even though it was 4 years. Okay, 8th grade. 8th grade was the year that I got cut off short in the middle of the third marking period, roughly. They called off 2 weeks of school and eventually made it the whole year. And then high school, first year was online. Freshman year was all online. Sophomore year, we had to wear masks the entire year. They did lift the mask mandate, also in the third quarter of that year, but no one really took off their mask because no one was comfortable with it. Junior year, was finally my, sophomore year was in person, but junior year I feel was my first real year of high school. And it was also a rude awakening because I took 4 AP classes. And this year I'm only taking 3, but, yeah. It was another real year of high school, so I feel like my high school experience wasn't really fully the high school experience, because I literally missed a year, and then I had one weird year, and then I started, but I was already an upperclassman. And senior year is just we're seniors, we don't really care, life goes fast. I've done a lot more out stuff, especially starting my junior year, because sophomore year my friend group was still kind of solidifying, and then junior year it got comfortable and stuff, and then senior year we just don't care anymore, so we just go out, we do stuff, we can drive now, at least starting at the senior year, so it's really nice being able to do that. Yeah, it's kind of brazy, I ain't gonna lie. 100 days until I graduate and walk across the stage, and everything will be done by that point. I'll have no assignments due in 100 days, track season will be over in 100 days, everything is I'm gonna have no more teachers, no more classes in 100, it's actually less than that, I graduate let's see, my last day of school is going to be, senior's last day of school is supposed to be Friday, May 24th, but, I'm probably not going to go that Friday or Thursday, so my last day is probably going to be the 22nd, and then we have a week, and then we're graduating the next Monday, and then the Sunday after that Monday, so 6 days later, I'm going to be going to Beach Week with my friends, Senior Beach Week. There's 10 of us going, we have a house and all, we're going to Bethany Beach. It's going to be very cool, very fire, so we're leaving for that in 106 days, so that's pretty funny. But yeah, June 3rd is my graduation date. It's kind of surreal. I've been through every year of education. 3 years at Wilson Williams, kindergarten, first and second. Then 3rd, 4th, and 5th. No, I lied. Those were at Little Bennett. 3rd, 4th, and 5th were at Wilson Williams. Then all of middle school was Hallie Wales. And my last 4 years, even though only 3 of them were actually in person, were at Clarksburg High School. So yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of crazy. Everything I've been, all those marking periods, all those assignments, all those tests and quizzes and everything is going to come to an end. In 100 days, all of it will be done. All of it. It's kind of, oh my god. Alright, anyway, me and my friends, okay, anyway. Sorry, I don't know why I said anyway, but freshman year, it's you look at the seniors and be like, no, I'm going to be a good senior. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to just leave. I don't care. I'm going to care about attendance. I'm going to get good grades. And then you actually get to senior year, and you experience all of high school, and you're like, yeah, fuck that. It's like an epidemic. Wow, that was a poor choice of words. It's like senioritis. You don't think you're ever going to get it, but senioritis really hits hard. No one cares about anything anymore. Literally Friday, during the school day, me and my friends left for 2.5 hours and went to Montgomery Mall and Rio. But we were actually allowed to. We got permission. But because there was a 165-minute third period because there was an assembly and my school's big, so they had 3 different assemblies. So, yeah, my class had the first assembly out of 3 that were all supposed to happen in a 165-minute block. So we just asked if we could leave, so we left. And then after it was lunch, so we had that, and then a lunch, which was 40 minutes. So, yeah, it was actually more than 3 hours, but we were only gone for a little over 2.5. We're probably gone for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, and stuff like that, just random stuff leaving or just not showing up or just not doing assignments because you don't care. I know it won't affect your final grade. I actually am a pretty good student, but there were definitely some things that I do that I could not have envisioned myself doing as a freshman. Leaving school. I leave 8th period early twice a week. I actually don't leave without permission. I leave with permission because my 8th period is English and my teacher just doesn't care about anything we do. Anyway, all this is to say, all of that is going to be gone in 100 days. 100 days! That's kind of, it's kind of brazy. I have 2 classes left to edit for Day in the Life. I've been working on that video since January of 2023, and it's currently end of February. So yeah, about 13 months to date to this point. Yeah, actually, in 2 days it'll be 13 months exactly, so that'll be cool. Anyway, I have, other than that, I have lifeguard training tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. I was in one class, and then I opted out of that class and started another class. They were 2-day classes. So the second day of the first class where I opted out, I left like halfway through. So I did one full day and then one slightly less than half day. It was like a 10-hour day and then a 4-hour day. And then this class, they're both 9-hour days. I don't know why they're like the first class was supposed to be 2 10-hours. I don't know why they're shortening them by an hour, but yeah, they're both at 8 a.m. though, which kind of sucks. My other one was at 10. So yeah. Oh look, I missed the pause button. Yeah, lifeguarding, gonna get my certifications. I'm not gonna opt out this time because I opted out last time because it was a lot of stress built up and just a bunch of random stuff. But yeah, this time I'm chill. This time I'm cool. I'm gonna go in and finish and yeah. Then other than that, I'm gonna get my certifications and stuff. I did tax forms today. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about graduation. Thank you, Clarksburg High School, I guess. Even though it's not a bad high school, but there's certainly better ones. And next 100 days, a lot is gonna go down. A lot is gonna go down. I'll let you guys know about it when it comes. I probably won't, realistically. Also, this is the first video I've ever recorded in this lighting, because usually when I record videos at night, I like turn this light on to get a lighting. I just don't care anymore. It's more of the same. Just I don't care anymore. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this video. This is like a horrible video, but yeah, 100 days to graduation. Cool. Love y'all. Alright guys, so I know what you're thinking. She's way out of my league. You are correct. You are very correct. And I don't know how in the hell I pulled... Y'all like my mismatched socks? This is pretty cool. Okay, you want to get back up now?
Yeah.
You can start whenever you
so...
want. Oh hey, hi!
I'm here today.
So am I.
We're gonna do a Q&A. We got some questions from some YouTube
Okay,
videos.
Cool. We good.
From some other YouTube videos, just like a bunch.
We stole questions from Cora
But I don't think I'm gonna use those ones.
You're just gonna make them up?
Well,
Oh, you mean the ones from Cora, like in particular? Yo, your dog is right there. Hey Lincoln. Hey yo Lincoln, what you doing, man? You wanna grab me? Oh hey man.
After the president.
He's on the couch. Yes, we stole from Cora Social and Brooke Monk. I don't know how many of those she's actually going to use.
I don't think I'm really going to use that many of those.
Word. You can just ask me questions
Oh.
then. Is that your Cash App balance?
Yeah.
Whoa, $0?
No, it was how much I was...
Alright, cool. Let's start the questions.
I was about to send money to someone.
Oh, I sent $12 to Rashad like yesterday.
Oh, really? Why?
Because he bought me my state championship game ticket. Getting off pass.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
So, I'm kind of taking over today. Not really, but I'm just gonna ask him some questions, and then do you want to ask me?
I can ask you questions as well.
Okay.
Her dog is right here. He's resting. I'm gonna give you a Lincoln cam. Oh, he's eepy. Look at him. All right. Anyway, back to the main attraction, which is us. Haha. Even I'm egotistical. It's okay. Don't worry about it. You can start now. Oh my god.
Stop. I wanted to look and take inspiration from every source.
I got those from once. I stole every single one of those from Core Social as well. I don't really care. You can do any source. Any source. I'm ready.
I feel like they were better if you're like a date,
Yeah, man.
Dating, so
you're like barely in frame. You deserve to be in frame because you're a beautiful princess. That's silent. No? What do you mean no? Hold up.
I'm back.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. I already asked. Okay. Well, makeup or no makeup?
Makeup or no makeup? If you're wearing makeup to oh my god. Lincoln. If you're wearing makeup, Lincoln. He just wants love. You know what I'm saying? If you're wearing makeup to a point where I can tell that you're wearing a lot of makeup, you're wearing too much makeup. If you're wearing makeup that doesn't actually like change the structure of your whole ass face, then it's like okay. But like I be seeing these people with like 14 pounds of like, what's the stuff you put on your cheeks? Blush? Blush. And it's like, why? You don't need that.
Oh my god, I have to show you a picture of this girl who wore a lot of blush. I swear it looked like she had a cold. We're just gonna take a little
and I am freezing.
intermission, and I'm actually gonna show you. because it's
Okay.
really funny. She's your age.
Alicia
Don't.
Keys. I said Alicia Keys. This is not Alicia Keys.
It's not Alicia Keys. We can't.
That's
you
about
can't
$50
post-
worth of makeup in that one outfit right
She
there.
looks stunning, but it is a lot of blush. But she's a stun.
Alright, whatever you say. Yeah, I mean, no one knows what this is. Let's just go with Alicia Keys. Dude, did y'all see the halftime show? That was actually crazy. See, personally, I wouldn't let that slide. Yeah, I didn't actually see the halftime show, but I like watched it afterwards, so I guess I did see it. I was printer troubleshooting during the Super Bowl halftime. Alright, so.
Okay. Do you feel the need to act manly?
Do I feel the need to act manly?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how you define manly. If manly is like super like, oh yeah, I'm in charge, guys. You guys are all gonna follow my directions and do what I say. Then no, not really. Because there's usually someone else does that a lot of the time. But if manly is like not, like sometimes people describe manly as just like not revealing a lot of your emotions, then yes, I do feel like that sometimes. No, I mean like negative emotions. Positive emotions I reveal all the time. But like if sometimes I just be like disappointed in shit because I got like a horrible test grade or something and I
That
can't.
never happened.
I literally got a 21 out of 30 today on my
It's
math quiz
not
that I took
a
today.
horrible
That
test
sucks.
grade.
It brought my grade down a letter grade.
It's not a horrible test.
kind of unfortunate.
I'm very proud of you.
Well, thanks, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I do be doing that sometimes. I just can't show my disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Or like
Yeah,
sadness
that
or whatever. This is not a perfect spiral still, and it's annoying me.
Just come here.
Pink blanket. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gone. Oh, I'm back. Okay. Oh, my fault. My fault. What do you want? Hey man. What's up, dog?
Hold on.
He wants
It's
love.
okay.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically, alright, we can go to the next
Okay.
question if you want.
Is it like, would it be a red flag for you if I don't like PDA?
Would it be a red flag? I think like PDA is good to an extent. Like, yo, Brian and Brooklyn, if you're watching this, y'all be getting excessive sometimes, and it makes me want to die. But like, so, there do be times where it's like good, cause like we've done it occasionally, but it's not like extreme to like.
Done it occasionally.
Yeah, I mean that's like the correct term, honestly. Is it? I don't know. Can I English?
I feel like sometimes
It's good when
you don't really
when it doesn't get
really
accepted.
funny.
Alright, so basically what I was thinking. Yeah, no, it's okay to an extent. So is it a red flag if you don't like PDA? No,
Yeah.
because some PDA is good, but I also have been in the perspective of like a random passerby. And, like,
we're not
when
gonna
people-
go, like, we're
dude,
not gonna go, like,
couple-
make out on the street.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, like, couples that be making out in like the hallway at like 7 a.m. No,
This
we don't
guy at
need
my
to see that.
school, he got caught in like a pile, like in middle school, having sex in the classroom.
Hey yo, that was just my buddy Diego. I don't know, I just made that up.
You know who was? It's the guy
There's a
who kept
thing on your
adding me
pants.
back
Oh, that's the
onto-
logo. That's on your. It's like stitched in. Sorry, what happened?
It's the guy who kept adding me back onto.
Oh, that guy? Oh my god, low key. I don't like that guy. He kind of
I
leave.
don't either.
There's like 2 people that she knows that I don't like. No, there was just
There's
one dude.
more than that.
Name that. No, actually, you don't have to
There's
name.
more, not for the same reason, but
Yeah,
there's
you
more
don't
than
have
that
to.
you
There was just
like.
one dude. She was like the football manager. You know what I'm saying? So she was at like a game. I don't. What was it? The dude. There was a dude at
Yeah,
another
we
school.
were at the school, and I went
say
to
the
the
school, it doesn't
concession
matter.
stand at halftime, and I got like cup noodles. Anyways, long story short, this guy was like, "Can I have your Instagram?" I was like, "No." And I was like, I would. And I was like, no. And I started working. He was like, no, like your boyfriend doesn't have to know. Da, da, da.
That's what pissed me off.
And then I was like, no, like I'm done. Like I'm leaving. He like wouldn't let me leave. And he was like, no, like your boyfriend won't ever know. Like where's your boyfriend go? Like da da da. And he was like, your boyfriend's not here, is he?
Yeah,
And I
no.
was
Like
really
if
annoyed.
someone asked.
But then, like a minute later, I was walking back. I finally like left and I was walking back to the field because I really did have to go. And a different guy stopped me and was like, can I get your Instagram? And I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, okay.
That's
It
good.
was
Like
nice.
you can't tell by someone obviously if they have a significant other. So that guy like did what the
Unless-
best thing he could
unless
do
you
in
have a
that
wedding
situation. Yeah, unless you have a wedding ring, but like you don't yet. So basically, if you like do what the second guy did, then that's fine because you can't tell by looking at her that she's dating someone. So if they say no, I have a boyfriend, and they leave, cool. If they stay and say your boyfriend won't know, it's like, I feel like would be better off dead. I'm just saying. Especially, this is with you in particular.
God.
I literally texted her. What did I text you?
Fucking jerk, but like.
What did I text you? Like I want to decapitate him or something?
Yeah, wait, I can follow that.
With like a baseball bat. I think I described
Yeah, I
it
think
in
you
vivid
said
detail.
something like that. Let's see. And you definitely said decapitate.
my
Oh!
I don't I'm about to decapitate
Let's see.
Andy. Who's Andy? Ooh, Emma. Why does the Emma and the G have 2 spaces in between it? That's annoying. Emma space G.
I don't know.
All right, egg. It says egg. Her initials are egg. I'm gonna get you drunk. Get you drunk.
I don't know what you said, but.
My lovely lady. Oh, I was talking about how I wanted to decapitate that guy. Anyway, we got really off task.
But no, we can't. But anyways, it was wild.
Yeah, man. Alright, it's hot. I'm taking this off.
Okay. Back to the questions.
Yeah, back to the questions. You can ask more if you want, or I could ask more if you want me
Okay.
to.
Do you want to ask them?
No.
Okay. Would you care if I wore really like clothing?
I mean, not really.
What if it was just like? Would you put, like,
If you like
too-
flashed people, then yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't like that.
But
But like, if you wear like
If I-
clothing that shows like a shit ton of cleavage, I don't really care as long as no guys try to like take advantage of you. Then I would care.
with like my whole.
You can say that louder.
What if like
Sorry.
my whole ass was that?
That'd be. I mean, that's like every bikini ever. Like reveals
Oh,
like
yeah,
50%
that's
of
actually
people's
true.
asses.
But yeah, actually no, my bikini.
Did I just use the term bikini correctly? I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I always mix up bikini and bra. I'd be saying like, hey yo, what bra are you wearing to the beach today? Sorry, I'm kind of stupid. I'm gonna braid Lincoln's hair.
No.
My fault. What did you just say?
No, but yeah. Okay.
So not really, as long as it's not like to the point where other
Like
people
if I
start
went
doing
to,
something.
Well, let's say it was like a high school like, party or something, and they wore a top that was just like one strip clothing here, one strip here, one strip here, just barely covering.
The strip mean those little thingies of fabric that go from here to here.
Those are straps, but I just mean like one like thing of like fabric here, one thing of fabric here, like one like a lot like out, but not like most
Yeah, I mean-
out. And I went to like a high school.
Really,
party.
the thing that bothers me most about that is high school party. Like that'd be like okay if you wanted to wear like just in public. But like high school parties are like known for like sex orgies.
Stop.
So there's I don't know, there's a lot of weird stuff that do be going, and alcohol. There's a lot of alcohol. Christina can hear me. That is correct. However, I don't care. I was trying to figure out a way to say that respectfully. I couldn't figure it out. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So do you have something against like? Would you be mad? Would you be mad if I went to a high school party?
No, not really. I
You
mean,
just
as
wouldn't want me to drink.
long as you just
wouldn't
like
want
didn't do shit. Oh, is that mine? I think mine is here.
Yeah. Okay. So like, if I didn't drink or I didn't like.
No, honestly, you can drink as long as you don't get blackout drunk. Like I would probably do that. No,
Okay.
me.
So do you think emotional cheating exists?
Do I think emotional cheating exists? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so I don't have to
On to the
elaborate.
next.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you, but you didn't. So.
Oh, I was about to. It's like, yeah, hey yo, I'm mad at my partner, so I'm gonna cheat on them. That's literally it. That's it.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
That's guys and girls do that.
No, I mean like emotional cheating, like not me doing something because I'm mad at you.
Oh,
but,
what
like,
is it then?
Cheating on you without actually doing things. But like, let's say I was talking to another guy or something, or let's say I saw another guy and I was like, oh, I really like him, like, but I was like dating you, but I like had feelings for him.
That's not emotional cheating. That's just cheating. How is that
But I
emotional?
didn't do anything. Is that like? I guess the term for it is emotional cheating. Do you think it exists?
Yeah. Oh, well then, yeah. The answer is still
That's
yes.
the question, yeah.
Because like,
I wasn't surprised by your answer being yes. I was surprised by your answer.
this is her sister. Oh, this is gonna love this guy. Hi, Maya. We're recording a YouTube video right now.
Come show the camera.
No.
Bye, Maya.
Okay, you'll edit this part out.
I don't feel like editing this. Low key. I
You
might
don't
just
have to
not.
post it, but it's fine.
No, I want to post it. It's kind of good. You just put my arm there.
Let me put my arm under my.
She's very eepy.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
actually
next.
really tired.
I
Okay.
mean, you can stop or you can keep it. You can sleep.
No, I want to keep doing this. I'm not gonna fall
Word.
asleep on it.
Sorry, my knee's kind of like protruding into your back. Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What is it?
You did these questions.
With Rachel? Yeah.
Okay. But you did them before we started dating, and
Yeah,
so
man.
I'm kind of curious as to how your answers change.
Yeah. I don't know what I said to any of these before.
So, which is why I'm like asking, how do you feel about rebound sex?
You can say it louder.
How do you feel about rebound sex?
Rebound sex. Basically, does that mean like, hey yo, I broke up with you and now I'm gonna fuck this other person? Is that what that is? I think it's kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
So do you think to have like? Actually, I'm not gonna ask that.
Like, if you're doing it because you broke up with someone,
But you think
well,
it's
like
better to have,
that's
like,
stupid because then that means you were waiting to break up with someone to do something with someone else, which is
You should have like more of an emotional connection with someone.
yes,
So,
yes. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of hookup culture.
yeah, no. I love how I'm not a fan of hookup culture.
It's
My
purple.
house.
I love that
That's
song.
cute.
She'll love it.
Yeah, man.
She will.
Very cool. Very cool.
Okay.
Very cool indeed.
So
I think it's stupid because I think emotional. Yeah, like what she said is exactly what I was thinking actually. Like emotional connection do be good. You know what I'm saying?
okay. How? Some of these are a little
Like
weird.
14 or something. I don't know. Sorry, I just said I don't know.
How would you want? Okay. Does a confident woman attract or intimidate?
Maya was screaming. I couldn't hear what you said.
Does a confident woman, like, is it attractive or is it intimidating?
Confident woman.
Am
I think it's like Maya woman.
am I a confident woman?
Oh, am I? Yeah, I mean, sort of, in some ways, yeah. Because you be like bossing me around sometimes. But like in a good way, because I be bossing you around too. You know what I'm saying? No, I like it. I think it's
but
good.
I feel like it's not like do this.
Yeah,
do
it's
this.
not like bad
It's
bossing
more
around.
like, oh, it bothers me when you do this.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking at all.
Oh.
I would. Oh, okay.
No,
I mean,
what were you saying?
no, I was saying you be. I don't know. It is kind of like saying
Like,
what to
don't do
do
that.
because I do it to you too, and we just tell each other, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? But it's not like do this. It's like can you do this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
we
feel
like force
sometimes
each
I
other
say
to do
you, like,
stuff.
Don't do that. Or like stop.
Yeah, that's good. That's true.
I say that. Stop.
Stop.
Just stop.
Yeah, literally earlier I was kept like laying like right here, and she was like, stop it, stop it, stop it, because she wanted to start this video actually.
Well, I like.
Can I do a
did
finger
want to
thing?
stop it because I like people, but I was like, I don't
Yo, I'll keep this.
know. Okay.
Sorry, sorry. You're good.
It's fine.
I wanna-
Let's not finish. Okay. Are clingy girls annoying?
I love clingy. I mean, if I don't like you, then yes. But clingy girls that I like her, are awesome.
That's
I
the right
love,
answer, 'cause
I
I'm
love
super
clingy girls that I
clingy.
like. They're so good, dude.
You just like me?
Yes, I love you more. Okay.
No.
I'm sorry. I got the answer like right when I looked into her eyes. I knew what I was supposed to say.
Okay.
All right. So basically, is the
What?
clit real?
Stop.
No, it is not. No, I'm sorry.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
I stopped.
It's good.
I'm so sorry.
It's good. Don't worry about it. Okay, now your punishment is I'm gonna do the thing with the last finger. There. Din. No, din? Why did I say din?
Din.
Din. Din. Hey, yo, is it time for din din? All right, I'm taking this. Sorry, I just saw this. You can ask me another question.
Okay. Can guys be in love with you and want to have sex with you?
No. Because then they're not in love with you.
Okay.
Preach emotional connection. You know what I'm saying? It's good. Type shit.
Okay.
What a nice sock. It'd be a shame if I were to take it off your
How do
body.
you feel about a girl kissing you after she
You can say it louder. Hey, yo, how do you feel? There we go.
Because my
Sorry, that was
mom
mean. My fault.
and, like, not my mom, my sister. There's like someone cleaning me like upstairs. Like, you can't yell about it.
So how do you feel?
How do you feel about a girl kissing you after they give you head?
And I presume, like, included with the question is, like, the premise that, like, you came inside their mouth.
Yes.
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 Low-key, kind of gay as shit, but also, like, worth it, if I'm being TBH honest. Like, I don't... I guess I would, like, do it. It's just, like, weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, it's like... What does it, like, taste like, dude? I don't... Like, Brian said it tastes like saltwater gelatin, so that's always the image I have in my mind. Image? Not image. Think, like, freaking... spot. I don't know. I can't think of it. Can't think of the word. Point is, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would do it, I guess.
I think you would kiss me.
Yeah, but like it's kind of an iffy subject. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to choose sides.
Okay. Maybe this one.
Which one?
8.
Which one is that?
8.
What's the nicest way to tell your boyfriend you're not in the mood? Alright, so basically,
I love you, but you're so...
the nicest way is just to tell them that you're not in the mood. And that's dead ass, like, just the right answer. Just tell them.
Okay.
Just don't try to, like, send signals. It's like, I mean, if you
It
get them,
doesn't
it's fine.
work.
Yeah, see? You heard her. She said it, not me.
For anything. If I try to send you signals for anything.
Yeah, you low-key right.
He's so sweet, but he doesn't pick up on signals.
My fault.
It's okay.
My bad.
Let's see.
Oh, we're going over to the Brooke Monk category now. Ugh! I thought that was a burp. It was not.
What?
This couch, low-key not attached to this couch. Okay, it's attached now.
Would you ever... Okay, let's say we weren't dating.
Word.
These are questions like if we weren't dating. Okay, would you ever turn down a girl who wanted to have sex the first date?
Would I turn down? I mean, yeah. I mean, if I don't like you,
But if she
obviously.
Wanted, like, if it was the first time you went out with her and she wanted to have sex.
I mean, if I like you, then I guess sure. I mean, I don't have a problem with it as long as you like talk to them for more than freaking like 30 seconds because people be doing that sometimes and it's annoying. But yeah, like I don't really see a problem with it as long as there's some type of connection there and you two actually genuinely like each other. It has to be mutually beneficial, and you're not just doing it to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Wait. Hold on.
Oh my god, you have so many.
How often do you buy sunglasses?
About 4 times. I've thought about it like 4 times in the past minute. No, I'm lying. Well, actually, I might not be lying. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, how often do you guys think about sex? I mean, it's actually a good question. No, more than that. It's like, I mean, depends on if you're like sexually active. And also depends on what kind. And also depends on if you're a porn addict. And it depends like how you were raised and shit. And if you have a girlfriend or not. There's a lot of factors that affect it.
If you have a girlfriend, do you think about it more?
Yes. That's generally correlated. I like this poster thing.
Yeah, it says I love you a bunch of times.
Yeah, you guys can't see that. It just looks like gay flag.
But they can't see what it says. But it says I love you a bunch of times because yeah.
Yeah, alright, so it varies.
Okay.
Low key for me it's like 4 times a minute, but no, I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. Do guys learn to have sex by watching porn? They do, but they shouldn't. Cause like low key, some of my friends just be like, hey yo, I've watched enough porn that I know how to, you know, boogin the schmoogin. I don't know, I just made that up.
What?
Chicken butt.
Woo!
Check out the Syracuse, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, and I'm just like, people on the internet, like, I used to watch like Reddit Q&As on the internet at like 6 in the morning. Not 6, I don't know why I said 6, at like 2 in the morning. And it would be like stuff like that when I was like 13, and it was like, yeah, by the way, sex isn't actually like porn at all. So I kind of learned like, yo, I shouldn't learn from that because I don't think I even knew what porn was at that time when I was 13. When did I learn how to jack off? I don't remember. I remember it was in the month of November, which is really ironic, but I don't know what year it was, and I don't know how old I was. But it also depends because my birthday is also in November, so I don't know. Point is,
no birthday.
yes, but don't, because I think that's stupid. All right. I guess the 60 FPS recording was kind of useless. All right, no, we can go out to
Okay.
we can go to another one.
Are guys actually grossed out by periods?
No, why would no?
Okay, well, okay. What if I got like a tampon stuck inside?
Are,
Would you help me get it
y'all
out?
are not grossed out by periods, right? Why does it say actually grossed out? That implies that like guys are usually. I've never seen a
Yes.
guy grossed out by period ever.
Never.
No, it happens to all of you.
If
I don't
like,
care.
Chucked a used tampon.
Yeah, that would be weird. Because then I would be like, all right,
Okay,
buddy.
But what if I had like a tampon like stuck? Would you help me get it out?
Yeah, sure.
That's
How
really
would
sweet,
I do
actually.
that though? I'd just be like,
Yeah.
that probably hurt like a lot.
Maybe I wouldn't.
You know those like arrows that are like banned by the Geneva Convention that have like prongs that like expand when they enter your skin?
No.
I don't know where I was going with that. I just saw an
That
Instagram
sounds
reel
like
of
a
that yesterday.
cantilever, snack drawer.
No idea what
I
you
just
said.
did a presentation on it in IEP.
Word.
Okay.
You know, I went to Rashad's IED class today in like 7th period because he was getting like technology stuff. It was me and him and TJ. Do you know who TJ is?
No.
You don't? I mentioned his name.
Yeah.
DJ Hawkins Socks. That's my fantasy goat right there until they got put on IR for the whole year. Dude, his week 2 performance against Philly was actually like insane. I had him and Jay Jettis in that game. That was crazy. Thursday night as well. I started off well. Alright, you can keep going now.
Okay. So how come you can...
How come? Well, basically, you gotta do the... No, I'm sorry. Keep going. That was funny. That was funny. Oh, I'm laughing way too hard. I'm joking. Jesus. That tickled.
I just wanted to pull you up, but I thought you done me.
Yeah, you do be doing that. Yo, these are Under Armour pants.
Yeah, they were the boys' football pants.
Oh.
Women football. Okay.
My
Basically.
name is Walter Hardwell White. You can keep going now.
Okay, so how come,
How come? Alright, so... Sorry.
how come...
You can...
How come when you're with...
When I'm with the boys.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
how come, like, when you're with your friends, or, like, you're playing Minecraft, or, like, whatever you're doing, you can stay up until, like, 2 or 3 in the morning?
This is a personal question.
But
You made
when
this
we're-
question. You made this question.
Yeah, I did. When we're on the phone or when we're breathing, you're always like, I'm dying.
Because
like-
I'd be getting
Or like
eaten.
if I get in person, because I guess that's the thing.
No,
when you're, like, in love,
the funny thing
fall
is-
asleep.
yeah.
But, like, how come like when we're on the phone, you literally want to go to bed at like 10 or 10:30 when you're with your friend either in person or online? You go to bed at like 3 in the morning.
You know, that's actually like a good question. Like I thought it was gonna be like a troll question, but that's actually a good question. It could be the little like when I'm in person with you. It's because like
Focus more on the phone. Because I know what you're gonna say for in person.
okay.
Because you was gonna say that like when you're in person, I guess it's like shown that you get sleepier around someone that you love. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
understand that.
When we're on the phone, it's usually actually no, that's a terrible excuse because it's
No,
literally
what
the same.
was this?
I was gonna say it's usually a school night, but Minecraft / other stuff with friends is also a school night.
Yeah, or like you're on your own like listening to music like iPad.
No, I think it's because there are nights when I'm not talking with friends or talking with her, and those nights I get tired around the same time that I'm talking with her. So I think it's
Or
less
but
about
some
you
of
than it
those-
is about them.
But some of those nights you stay up later. But even so, how come like when you
Not
stay up
really.
later for your friends, but you don't stay up later for me?
I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Oh god, I got pushed into a corner with this one. This ain't good, Chief. Oh god, I'm cooked.
The answer.
I honestly don't know. That's my answer. I don't really have a good answer to that. What you're saying, like, is, like, true. I don't really have a good answer to that, though. I do stay up really late with you on FaceTime a lot. Like 12-ish. That's not, like, really late. And last night I got off Minecraft at, like, 11. I think. Did I? I don't even remember.
Yeah, because you didn't text me or respond to anything for, like, 3 or 4 hours. And
I play Minecraft Pocket Edition. I'm stupid, so I play Minecraft Pocket Edition, and the only way of contacting her is on my phone. So I can't
It was fine,
really.
I didn't mind. But,
If she were to like FaceTime me, then I would answer it.
yeah,
But she
It
didn't.
was fine. It was alright. It was all chill. But, stop.
Stop! And stop! Okay.
It's fine. It's just, because then I called you, and then you were like,
I was
going to
EP.
bed.
Yeah, no, I actually got off Minecraft because I was getting EP. Me and my friend started a Minecraft server like 2 days ago. So I spent a lot of time on
It
it yesterday.
happened the same time last year. Literally the
Yeah,
same time last year.
It did. Yeah, pretty much. We be on that March
It's
/
after like
April
football
grind.
season ends and like
It was spring break last year and it's spring
it's
break
like
this
spring
year.
break, football,
Yeah.
end of football season, March.
Except I'm going to Japan like tomorrow. I have to be
Yeah,
at the
I won't be
I
able
have to
to
be
talk
at
to him.
the airport in 13 hours.
I literally won't be able to talk to you for like 13 hours.
Why? Because I'm gonna be on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably gonna be more than that actually. No, we're probably gonna be able to talk
And then I'll be
when I'm in Dallas and when you're already landed, like in Puerto Rico.
yeah, but
because
I'm
I'm gonna have a
text you
layover.
and something like that.
Yeah, and then the flight is 13 hours from Dallas to Tokyo. Yeah, I'm going to Tokyo. That's pretty cool. And just Japan in general.
Tokyo.
Tokyo. My body keeps smiling in.
Anyways, do you want to ask me any questions?
Yeah, sure. What is the cubic centimeter millimeter fog limit of a heightened 14? I don't know where I was going with that.
I'm lost.
Alright, basically. It's a stupid question. That's a stupid question. Yo, this is a good question. Why do girls
To
go
the
to
bathroom?
Yes. Why do girls go to the bathroom in groups?
We just do. It's
Do
fun.
you
I think-
scissor in the stalls?
What the?
I'm sorry. I'm saying what every single guy on the planet was thinking.
No, I think it's like, I think part of it's like a safety thing. I think
Oh, no, that's actually a good answer.
But also, just generally, I think it's just like a norm. Like,
It's just a norm.
it's
Yeah.
just like a norm. And girls do it, it's like, we talk and nothing, or like,
Oh
yeah?
god, my hair looks horrible. Jesus. Yes, it does.
What? Wow. Nothing happened.
It's the most American thing. This would be like a big thing in Europe. This is not a big thing here.
Okay, so basically, also like when we went to homecoming and like I got up with my friend from the bathroom because something happened. I don't even know what it was, but we wanted to like dish, like we wanted to talk about it. And a lot of times, like if we went on like a double date and like I went to the bathroom like with the girl, like we would be talking about like what happened.
Yeah. Me, when you and
And, like debriefing.
we went to your homecoming dinner together, and it was me, Caden, you, and Abby. And you and Abby went to the bathroom, and me and Caden were just like, all right, I guess we're gonna do that too. So me and Caden went to the bathroom together, but we didn't like talk about like what happened. We just chilled.
We talked. We took pictures.
You took pictures in the bathroom, really?
Yeah,
I mean, I
we
guess
took
that
pictures.
makes sense.
Well, no one
yeah.
else was in there, and it was a really nice bathroom.
It was a really nice bathroom. I was in the girls' one. I don't know why. That was just a lie. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I just compulsively lie. I'm.
Okay.
All right. So basically, I need to stop saying. Oh, I forgot I had Face ID on your. Oh yeah, I was looking at this. You can ask. Oh, actually, I want to ask more than that. Oh, that's the same one I just asked. I know the answer to that one. Oh, I love this one.
I know what it is.
Why can't y'all choose what you want to do? This could go. The main thing is like where you want to eat.
Well, for eat, it's
Or
like,
what you wanna do in
can
general.
give me options. Like I don't know what I want, but I know what I don't want.
Then just tell us that. Just say.
I do.
No, you don't. Do you
Also-
really? You didn't tell me that today.
Also, sometimes you ask things and I don't want to say something that you don't want to do, and so I feel bad, and I say I don't care. You pick.
Eliminate that from your mind. That's not a thing. Because I promise if I'm asking you where to go, I don't care where we go. That's why I'm asking you. The baby was born with no blood. Sorry.
My mango.
It's to blow up and act like I ain't know nobody. Alright, what makes a guy attractive?
You.
No, but like, what about me? And I guess any other, like Ryan Reynolds. I guess Ryan Reynolds is like hot as shit. Like, what else though? His facial features, I guess.
Nice personality. I think a nice smile. You have really nice eyes and really cute ears.
Thanks, queen.
Aren't his ears so cute and tiny?
Small ears. Are they even small? I don't even like notice until like you say it.
At first.
What about my big ass forehead, dude? Look at all the lines on it too. I'm actually an old man. It's actually crazy.
I think you're really handsome.
I'm like 26 years old. I'm aging
I
fast.
think at first, for a lot of people, you notice someone because of their physical appearance, and then you stay with them because of their personality.
Like scratching your
And I
leg.
think your personality is really attractive. I'm not saying that like physical appearance doesn't matter at all, but I think that personality is way more important and makes someone way more attractive. At least in my opinion. But personality, just a really good personality is strong.
Alright, guys.
Ciao.
That's it, basically. We have decided that that we are done.
What? No. I just wanted to bring fake leather pants to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Like, it's not that crazy, but it's also gonna be like 90 degrees.
I'm gonna lift you
And
up.
she has better.
You know, it's gonna be like 40 degrees in Japan.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be rainy twice.
Hot 87 degrees.
Isn't that like,
12
doesn't that mean you have like an
UV
extremely high risk of skin cancer?
Means I'm gonna get tan.
So yes.
Means I'm gonna get tan.
Can I do the finger thing?
Let me stop the video.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, alright, that's it, guys. I
Ciao,
hope you enjoyed.
ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Emma says,
My cousin
Emma
does
says,
that.
yeah, man. Okay, bye.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's DeQuavius Querionton Smithson Johnson the Fifth here. Making this video like 2 weeks late because my lazy ass didn't want to record it before this. Yes, that title is right. I went to Japan and it was very, very cool. The reason I'm not making this video like I made the Hawaii and the Greece ones, which are like long form talking for a while videos, is couple reasons, and I'm just gonna basically yap about that before I actually get into the subject of the video so I can run the runtime. I mean, no one's gonna watch this because it's probably never gonna go public, so it doesn't really matter. First of all, I made a video called I Went to Utah. That was kind of short. And then I made the Hawaii one and the Greece one. The Hawaiian experience and Greek experience, those two are very long. So if I do this one short, it'll be satisfying because I'll have exactly 2 of each, so it'll match. So, even though this was another, like, one of those very far trips, it differed from Hawaii and Greece for a couple reasons. First of all, it was during spring break, not summer. I know that's kind of like an insignificant one, but it at least means something. The two were during summer, of course. The second one, this is kind of like the big reason why it's different. The Hawaii and Greece were GLA trips. Hawaii and Greece were people that I never had seen before, and I never would see again probably until actually like last weekend, which is kind of funny. Side note, I saw people from Hawaii last weekend. Well, I saw 2 people from Hawaii last weekend who I hadn't seen since like, I don't know, a while ago. Summer 2022, so that's a pretty fun side quest. Point is, this was not GLA, this was like a school trip. There's people from my school. There was one girl who was from Seneca, I think. It was Poolsville, but apparently it wasn't. It was Seneca. Yeah, otherwise, everyone else was from Clarksburg, and I've like seen people in the hallways. As opposed to Greece and Hawaii, I've like never seen anyone not named Emma, Sophia, or Izzy ever after either one of those trips. 2 out of those 3 people I've seen once afterward. So I guess technically twice because they both stayed 2 days, and I went to DC with them, and we went to Emma's party with them. But yeah, Emma's like, she lives like 30 minutes away from me. We've been dating for a year and a half. All Hawaii people. Everyone else from Greece I've never seen, even though Emma went on Greece. Which is also, that's another like side part. No, I'm not going to side part. I'm sorry. Another thing besides that, it's like Emma was on both of those trips, and this trip I didn't have Emma, so it was amazing. It was awesome. It was not GLA. That's all I'll say. GLA is just like a whole nother vibe. Like, it was also shorter. This is kind of like the third one. It was shorter. It was 7 days as opposed to Hawaii and Greece, which were 10 and 12. No, Japan was 7 nights. Hawaii was 10 nights. Greece was 12 nights. There we go. For all those reasons, I was gonna make one of the long ones about Japan, but it was also like a lot of the things blended together. So. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a sort of a shorter one, but it's going to be, I don't know, I guess slightly long. I'm hoping like over 10 minutes for sure. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. Dude, Japan was awesome. Like, I feel like I've been kind of downplaying it because I've been talking about Greece and Hawaii, but dude, I loved it. So fun. It is the farthest I've ever been from home. So that's very cool. Drip, by the way, I'm not committed to Penn State yet, but I mean, I might. It just depends on financial aid pretty much. But my girlfriend also has a rich dad, so I don't know. Maybe I'll gaslight. I won't. That'd be like actually unethical. That'd be stupid. Point is, Penn State Road was one of my 2 top colleges. I'm either going here or UMD. I mean, I got into places that I can accept my offer of admission that aren't those 2 colleges, but like I could. I'm 99.9% going to Penn State or UMD. Penn State's expensive though, especially because I'm out of state. UMD, I mean, if I get like $6,000 a year, I think, of financial aid from UMD, I'm going to college for free. So, you know, that's a big indicator. This is kind of sick. Next Saturday, actually, yeah, a week from today, a week from right now. Well, actually, no, I'll be driving home probably. But a week from today, Penn State, like, full day accepted students tour. I had one for UMD last Monday, so I missed a day of school. That was cool because a couple of my friends went as well. So I went to them with a couple of things because, you know, I'm from Maryland. Like, we're all a bunch of people going to UMD. But yeah, Penn State it's still a big, like, a lot of people apply there, but, like, not a lot of people actually go there. And, I might be one of them. So yeah, I'm going to stop yapping about college now. So basically, Japan, I was there for, I mean, we've had 7 nights. I only had 5 full days in Japan, but it was 8 days, which is kind of weird. So here's how the schedule went. My last day of school was Friday, April 22nd. It happened over spring break. So on April 22nd, which is the normal day, I went to school. On the 23rd, which was a Saturday, at the airport at 6 a.m. I woke up at 4, and previously, by the way, there were 2 student meetings for Japan. I did not go to either one of them. One of them, I actually like had something to do. I forget what it was, like during lunch. I don't even remember, but one of them I actually like couldn't go to. The other one I just didn't because I didn't feel like it. Like, yeah, it was mandatory, but like, was it? Was it really? Anyway, yeah, airport at 6 a.m. and that's when I learned that like most, not most, but like probably half the people on the trip were freshmen from my school. So that was kind of weird. I'm a senior, but I mean, if you didn't get it from my whole college talk earlier, I'm a senior. Like, of course, I think there were only 2 juniors, and one of the juniors was the girl that didn't even go to our school. So in total, there were 22 kids on this trip, which is pretty similar to GLA actually, because both of the other trips were 17. Actually, no, Hawaii was 17. Greece was 18 for the first half and 17 for the second half. If you want to know why, go watch the start of the useless rambling section of the Greece video. That's not a story for today though. But 22, 18, 17, all pretty similar. But yeah, a bunch of I don't know the exact class numbers. I mean, I could figure it out. I guess I could figure it out now, but like I'm just too lazy. I think about half are freshmen, and then you got me. There were 4 seniors. It was me, Diego, so 2 guys and 2 girls, Elena and Yalini, and then the 2 juniors. One of them didn't even go to our school, and then some sophomores, like maybe like 6 or 7 sophomores, and everyone else was freshmen. Only 20 of the students were actually like signed up for because out of the 22 students, 2 of them were two of them were the chaperone's kids. And like Nate, he was one of the chaperone's kids. He was a sophomore, and then the other girl was in 8th grade, so she was the only non-high schooler. But there were 20 people, I guess 19 Clark Street people, 1 Seneca person, and 2 of the chaperone's kids. That's how the 22 were made up. Chaperone's kids did not go to Clark Street, by the way, if you're wondering about the logistics. That was corny as hell. I should shut up. There were like predetermined friendships. I thought my friend Max was gonna go, which is actually why I signed up. He didn't go because he bailed, because of fucking course he did. But most people, like, knew other people on the trip. I didn't. I just went in, like, having no idea who the hell I was talking to, which I kind of liked. Because that's what I did for Hawaii and basically Greece. No, Greece, I knew Emma. But no one else. And I formed, like, lifelong friendships and shit on both trips. So, you know what I'm saying? The start of the airport was kind of like the ride from the airport in Greece, because Greece is different, because Greece, no one saw each other until after our flights. But, like, for Japan, we gathered in the airport before our flights. So, we got to know each other and stuff. It was, like, 5, no, it wasn't 5, it was 6 a.m. because the flight left at 9. So, yeah, we did that, then we said goodbye to our parents and stuff. This whole process took, like, an hour. And then we left, we went through security, and then found our gate. That also took another hour. And then, by pure coincidence, Emma was in the airport at the same exact time, because she was going to Puerto Rico from the same airport somehow. So, that's a weird coincidence. Okay, pause button goofing. But what I was saying, she's a white woman, so guess where I found her? Ding, 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 the Starbucks line. Also, like, a couple of Clutch people in the Starbucks line. Yes, that was pretty cool. I didn't know them yet though, so I didn't talk to them. I just went with like my friend Rayon. I actually did kind of know Rayon from track last year. He's not doing track this year. I asked him why. He said it was because of swimming. But yeah, that's not the point. Yeah, so me and Rayon went to like get food, and we just found Emma, and I was talking to Emma for a bit, and then I left and didn't see her again. Actually, yes, no, did I? I don't even remember. Did I? Oh my god. Wait, no, I must have. Because on the way back, yeah, I did. Because on the way back, I didn't see her. Remember, she had a whole dilemma with the flight because it got delayed for like 13 hours. So she took a different flight out of BWI, which is a different airport. We took off from DCA, by the way. We had a layover in Dallas. Anyway, yeah, so I saw that, and then we kind of just waited, and I talked with some people, but there wasn't really any big established friendship yet. I mean, I guess my main man at that point was Rayon. So, yeah, I don't know. We just went on the flights. It was kind of random seating, which is kind of unfortunate. I got put in the middle seat, which I absolutely hate, next to this dude who was on the trip that I hadn't talked to yet. I became friends with him over the week, but I never said a word to him on that flight, so it was kind of awkward. And I also had the middle seat, so I didn't have any windows to look out of. Yeah, but anyway, we went to Dallas. We chilled in Dallas for a bit. We took this big train. It's cool. Like, if you haven't been to the Dallas airport monorails, it's like sick as fuck. All right, so we did that. We went to our gate. We chilled at our gate because we had like a 3-hour layover or something. And then we big flight. 13 hours. Who did I say? Oh, yeah, dude, I sat next to Steven. He was like this 56-year-old dude. He lived in Japan, and he was American, so I thought he was going to Japan on a vacation, but he was like, no, I live there. And I'm like, oh, word. So, yeah, I don't know, he was just telling me about Japan. I showed him my itinerary. He ordered beer at one point, and I started laughing. That's just one random thing I remember. So anyway, like 13 hours later, we landed in Japan. That's pretty cool. I didn't sit next to any of the people on my trip. But at this point, I'm friends with some people, so I find some people, I talk to them. That's when I started talking to Maddox. I think the first ones I ever said to Maddox were in the Dallas airport, and Maddox is probably like my main man. He's a freshman. He's like my goat, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, so what did we actually do in Japan? First night, we got to our hotel. By the way, from when we stepped off the plane, from when we landed to when we were able to like relax in the hotel was probably like 3.5 hours. It was a lot of stuff happened, but eventually we did get settled. So 13-hour time change, by the way, I didn't even mention that. All of us were exhausted. I think our total time between like when everyone left their houses and when we went to sleep that night was probably like 36 hours. More, actually. I don't know, but I mean, a lot of it was spent on planes. We went to dinner in some place that was weird. So that's because it was weird because like the seats were like a foot below where you walked. Like your feet were on the same level as like the tables were. And, like, the seats were, like, dug into, like, the ground. It was actually on the second floor, so I don't know how that worked. I guess the floors, like, the space between the floors is, like, this much, but, like, we were sitting at table, not sitting, walking at table level, and, like, the seats were just divots. Not divots, like, they were seats, but they were, like, in the ground. Stop yapping, this video is going to be way too long. Interesting first dinner. First day, I'm going to actually go through my photo gallery because I had a shit ton of photos. As I mentioned, 5 full days in Japan was literally just Monday to Friday because on Saturday... Oh, yeah, I didn't even mention this. Saturday we left. We got there on Sunday because we left Dallas on the 23rd and arrived in Japan at night on the 24th because... Well, like, we left Dallas in, like, mid-afternoon, like, it was still daytime, and we landed at nighttime on the 24th in Japan. Those 2 days are basically the same day for me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was actually Sunday night that we ate that weird table dinner, and then Monday through Friday were all full days, and we left on Saturday and got back on Saturday. Because, time zones are weird again. I have my phone because I'm pulling up my camera roll so I can remember, like, what the hell we did each day. This is exactly how long the flight was. Like the one from Dallas to Tokyo. The first night dinner, that's me right there. Yeah, I look like stupid. That's what main man Rayon. I'm in Puerto Rico. I thought it was funny. Okay, I'm sorry. I should shut up. This is the first hotel view. By the way, yeah, it was very foggy and rainy for like the entire first 2.5 days we were there. I thought this was cool as fuck, so I took a picture. Look, there's little like jugs. Hold up, look. There's jugs. So I took a sexy picture. Okay, the lighting is kind of stupid. Okay, that was the first day. We had breakfast and the line was very long and like curved up a set of stairs. So that was kind of weird. Then we went to this place. I think it was called the Meiji Shrine. Look, this thing is called a Torii Gate. I'm just going to refer to those Torii Gates because apparently my mom didn't know what that was. I did before I went on the trip, actually. I went to this place. It was kind of cool. It had a bunch of gates and stuff. It was a shrine, but it was like a park, It had a bunch of stuff in it. I bought this thing there. Every single day we had little like side quests where we went shopping. I took this picture because I thought it was funny. So yeah, that was like the whole morning. We just went to that cool place that we bought that thing at, which is shrines, and then these are just pictures of me shopping. Oh my god, look at the cat. First day we also went to Shibuya Crossing. If you don't know what that is, just think that one intersection that's in Fast and Furious and that one movie that was in Tokyo. Yeah, it's that intersection. Then we went to this place. It was cool for lunch. This is what it looked like. It was kind of sick. It was like the most Japanese store you could imagine. Saw this in Uptown Bmore. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it. Most of the morning was just like, was shopping and lunch and that one place that we went before. And then we went to this cool place that had like also very Japanese things, like this thing right here. It was in like kind of the middle of Tokyo. It was just like in the middle of the city. And then we were able to go shopping again. So we just like walked around. I remember me and my group just like walked around for like 2 hours. Why did it just do that? But we walked like far because we were trying to find the store for like 20 to 30-ish minutes. Because Tokyo is very compact, if you didn't know. Also, this applies to the entire country of Japan. Everything is like 5% smaller than it is. It's like a debuff. Like the cars, the buildings, the rooms, the stores, the people. The people are smaller. And after that, we went to some dinner. Oh, yeah, after that, we went to the karaoke dinner. That was pretty cool. And then we like sang a bunch of songs and stuff. And then, oh yeah, me and Maddox had a side quest of like waving to a bunch of people because we sat next to each other on the bus all the time. We got the driver of this Ferrari to wave at us. I thought it was pretty cool. Second day, Tuesday, we Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we did a lot of driving because Monday was only Tokyo, Friday was only Kyoto. The 3 days were just like driving and like random shit in between. Probably like those 3 days, like our average driving time per day was like 6-7 hours. Like it was a lot more actually, especially for Thursday, dude. That was brutal. It was an awesome trip though. Like don't get me wrong. Yeah, anyway, next day after that, Tuesday, we went on a boat cruise. Picture, I thought it was pretty cool. You can't even see the Torii Gate. I promise in real life it's like glowing orange on my phone. Then we went to this place, it was like cold as hell, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like sulfur and stuff, and it was really high elevation. And it was, it smelled like sulfur, because there was sulfur there. And it was foggy, and it was rainy, and it was windy. And even if it wasn't any of those things, it still would have been cold. So we were all kind of miserable, but it was also sick as fuck because we were in Japan. And really the only other pictures I have from that day is that night at dinner, we had to wear these like weird ass things. Look, you can see this is what it looks like. That's me, by the way. It looks like, what's it called? The Israeli flag. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, that was a cool dinner. And then that night we kind of discovered that the chaperones didn't care if we went into each other's rooms. This is very different than GLA. By we, I think I mean me, because the other people didn't have anything to compare to. I did. GLA was like very strict. Both trips, don't go into each other's rooms or we'll kill you. But really, like we did it all the time. And like Miss Clements, who was like the main chaperone, knew and just didn't care. So it was kind of sick. Anyway, all that being said, this is me in my friend's room's closet. That was also funny because we had like a little side quest of stealing a shit ton of food. By the way, I roomed with a dude from Detroit and from a dude with from Reno, Nevada. His name was Gio. Detroit guy's name was Zane. So yeah, the three of us were kind of just like together the whole time because there were 3 groups touring like the same tour. So by the way, this whole group is not with like a 22. There's more students, but usually we stuck with Clarksburg people. But yeah, they had like one extra from each trip, so they were like, you should do that. Jesus, you 3 should room together. And we were like, all right, word. So Gio didn't even. It was just me and Zane the first night actually in Tokyo because Gio came like the next morning at like 5 a.m. So me and Zane like woke up for that. And he unpacked and stuff. He's also a very good photographer. He took some sexy ass photos and Gio took this. I think this is cool. Back to the second night, the night where I was in the closet. Yeah, we had a little side quest because we stole a bunch of food from one of the girls' rooms. I don't feel like explaining that. Anyway, next day. Oh, by the way, that hotel was like at Mount Fuji, like this close to Mount Fuji. It doesn't really look that close. Hold up, wait. There. Now, I guess you can kind of see the mountain. Yeah, no, our hotel was like a 2-minute walk from where this picture was taken, so it was pretty close to Mount Fuji. Photo of Mount Fuji, sexy-ass photo of Mount Fuji of me. Joe took that too. He's like my goated photographer guy. So that hotel had some pretty sick views and stuff. Let's see, what did we do that next day? We drove past a roller coaster. Oh, dude, that was the scenic-ass drive day. That was the first Wednesday. That was the first day that it wasn't foggy all the time. So we could actually see stuff. I mean, Tuesday, the driving probably would have been pretty scenic if it wasn't foggy, so we couldn't actually see anything. But Wednesday, when we drove, it was like, oh my god, this is kind of beautiful. And also, our hotel that day was like way up a mountain, so it took a long time to drive there, and it was very scenic like the whole way. Just pause. So that was pretty cool. I think really most of that morning we were driving because that was probably our like latest morning. We didn't even have to be out until like 9, which yeah, that's our latest morning by the way. But we got up early. Like, this picture was taken at, like, 6:50 a.m. Like that, because we went to go see Mount Fuji. Yeah, so we drove most of that morning. We went to this cool lunch place where we ordered ramen. By the way, Japanese ramen is very, very good. Maddox dropped his ice cream on the ground, which I thought was funny as fuck. Yeah, the view from that place is pretty scenic. Here's me and my 2 roommates standing at it. Also, we also went to this place called Matsumoto Castle. I just know that because it says that as his location on Apple. I would not have known otherwise. So I feel like I'm grateful because I forget the names of all the places, but like I promise, like we went to so many places, they all blend together. I remember each one of them individually, but I can name like 3 of them out of like 17. Golden Temple, I can name that one. That was hot. That was awesome. I don't know why I said hot. That's not hot. I mean, it was actually pretty warm that day. All right, Matsumoto Castle was pretty cool. It had stairs at the angle was like 60 degrees. There was this rather large woman in front of me. And she kept saying, if I fall, you're going to have to catch me. And I'm like, I can't do that. Have you looked in a mirror recently? No, I probably can't even fit in the view of the mirror. I tried to roast there, but it didn't work. Anyway, look at this picture. It's sick as... I should shut the fuck up. What? It didn't make the resume noise, so I stopped talking. But yeah, anyway, we did a bunch of cool stuff there. We went to the top of the tower. Yeah, that took like an hour and a half. I took a picture next to this ninja. That's when the really scenic stuff started, because, look, this picture was taken at 3 p.m. exactly, actually, and this picture was taken the next day. No, this 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. No, it was longer than that. Okay. Anyway, yeah, after that we drove up to our hotel, which took a while, and it was very, very cool and very, very pretty and beautiful and snowy. There was snow. That night we also, that was called a ryokan. That website, I mean, I love traditional Japan stuff, but that would, like, a ryokan is like a traditional Japanese hotel. That shit was ass, I ain't even gonna lie. First off, there were no beds, which is a slight issue in a hotel. We had to sleep on a floor. Traditional Japanese stuff, I guess. The food was actually good. It was, like, weird. Well, first of all, I had to use chopsticks, which I can't do because I'm white. They're like... Did any of the Japanese waitresses see that? No? Okay, cool. Gonna do that 44 more times. But yeah, we had traditional Japanese meals for dinner and breakfast. I mean, it was good food. Ain't even gonna lie, I like American breakfast better than I like Japanese breakfast, but like the dinner, I did actually really, really enjoy the dinner. It was kind of, even though it was hard, it was physically difficult to put in my mouth. It tasted good. Slept horrible that night because we didn't have beds. It was a cool hotel though. It was like a cool concept. I mean, not really, but this I can't lie about. It was beautiful. The hotel view was, I think this was our, no, that was not our balcony view. What was it about? I don't fucking know. I don't know. This picture was taken at 9:11 a.m. A cool hotel with a bunch of good food and stuff. We also had to wear those weird robe things to dinner again. Apparently the first day we didn't, but I forgot until I saw the pictures from this day and realized that I didn't actually have to do it the first day. They look like, I think I'm sexy as hell in that picture. Next day we set off driving again. I mean, that was a big driving day, but it was also like memorable because it was beautiful. The next day was also a really beautiful day. It was like warm and sunny. You could actually see the sky. But we pretty much did a lot of driving that day. Again, this picture, we actually did stop at this place for like an hour or so. It was like a little shopping spot. That's the first time I went into a Family Mart, which is like, there's a Family Mart every like 40 feet in Japan, I swear. Like imagine, like where you live, imagine every single fast food restaurant is a Family Mart. That's what it looked like. On top of that, there were also like restaurant, like other restaurant, like 7-Eleven as well. An equal amount of those as family, probably more honestly. Oh, dude, the next day, oh, forgot about that. Dude, this place was beautiful. Oh my god, okay, this is actually really cool. The next day, what is this? March 28th? What day was that? That was Thursday. That was a big driving day. We went to the most beautiful place at the whole trip. Like this town. You know what I'm saying? And look at that view. Look at that view from the town. I mean, the town's actually down here. We climbed a hill to get here. But, like, look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look, imagine how pretty that is if there weren't clouds in the sky. I guess it was cloudy this day. But, like, if the sky was blue, it would be even prettier. Look, I'm kind of mewing in this picture. It's kind of beautiful because look at that view, dude. I understand you can't see it at all, but I promise it's beautiful. There's, like, houses and stuff. It's sick. Anyway, after that, we were there for, like, 2 hours or something because it was really pretty. By the way, Bob exists. He was a tour guide. I remember that until now. I have no idea why I chose to not say that until now, but yeah, our tour guide for the whole trip was Bob. He was the GOAT. I love that guy. He was Japanese. His real name was like, I don't know, like Shing Bong or something. So that Thursday was our big driving day. We basically just went from Mount Fuji to Kyoto in like one day. We got to Kyoto around, let's see, when did we get to? About 5:30 p.m. That day we made origami mountains because Bob gave us directions on how to, because Bob is the GOAT. And then me and my roommates went to like explore the city like without adult supervision because apparently we could do that. Apparently we were like allowed to do that. We were all like grown men, so. And I guess Gio's tour guide like was a lot more chill than ours, so I guess she trusted him. That was the fat woman, by the way, in Matsumoto Castle. I guess she trusted him not to get in trouble, which, you know, if you knew Gio, you'd know why that's ironic. Excited about Gio. I mean, he was a cool dude. Like I was friends with him and stuff, but I was talking to a bunch of like women about him, and they didn't like him because I thought he was like a creep. Which I don't know. Okay, cool. That night we had dinner. we did in fact have dinner, and then we this is before. Oh yeah, then we snuck out. That was pretty sick for like 5 hours. It was like 3, but still we went to like this mall that was like 15 minutes away from our hotel. It was kind of cool. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, that dinner was the night we had hot pot. I mean, it wasn't hot pot because it was in Japan. It was better. This was like okay, I can't lie. This was a really good dinner. So fire, dude. We like cooked our own stuff, and I like knew how to do. No, that was the last night. My bad. That was the last. Just put stuff in like vats of boiling water. It was sick. We had to like. It literally cooked in like 6 seconds. Had that on high, bro. Like it was, boop, it was way up there. After that, we went up and snuck out into Kyoto. That was kind of sick. And then we played Uno until well, this picture was taken at 1:33 in the morning, so it was after that. It wasn't even the last night either. So I probably got like 2 minutes of sleep that night. And then Friday was pretty cool. We did a bunch of stuff. We actually did do like a lot of stuff Friday. First thing, we went to this thing that had a bunch of deer, so I took a bunch of selfies with deer because the deer were friendly. I thought that was cool. In America, deer like run away from you, but for some reason they don't run away when 80 tons of Paul Walker are headed towards them at 90 miles an hour. Then we went to this big castle thing. That's a lot bigger than it looks. I promise you. I think you think it looks like the same size of a house. No, you see. Okay, let me look. See that? And then you see like those things. Those are people. That's like a person. So this is a very large house. And then this deer got exceedingly close to me, and I thought it was funny, so I took a picture. I also got these Shut your bitch ass. You done? Thanks. Oh my god. Yeah, Simon. I got this pretty coquette, which is a word Ava taught me. Pictures of what's it called? Cherry blossoms. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's on R34. Look at this. This is oh my god. Then we drove to the Golden Temple. Dude, the Golden Temple was beautiful. Look at this. It's so pretty. Friday, like, even though it wasn't like a Friday, like it had nothing to do with the fact that it's a Friday, but it was like the best day. It was so good. The temple was really pretty. We stayed there for like a while. We went to a bunch of gift shops. Oh, and then we ordered green ice cream. Oh my god, mocha flavored ice cream. Matcha. I don't know if those are different things. I got this photograph. I thought it was funny as hell. Then we drove to some. Okay. Then the Thousand Torii Gates. Okay, the Thousand Torii Gates was sick as hell. Look at this. Isn't this this is like an album cover? This. Oh my god, it's so cool. Look at how pretty it was. This is just like some random ass place. Like, why does it look grayscale? I promise you, it's pretty. Everyone is like really good friends, by the way. By this point, I never even mentioned really the people, but like, yeah. Now by this point, we had like established bonds and stuff, and I'm friends with everyone. Most people. I mean, I was either friends with people or I didn't talk to them. You know what I'm saying? There was no one that was like bad. Except Maddox. It was bad as hell. That night we grilled. Dude, that night was so fun. That's what I actually knew what I was doing. That's where my white dad skills came out. Okay, look at this. Look at, I'm like directing people on how to grill. It was like hot pot, except instead of a pot, it was a grill. So it was like hot grill. It was very hot. Then it cooked quickly, but not as quickly, which is why the grilling aspect was important. I was like, hey, turn it over. People are asking me, like, is it done? Is it done? What should I do? Like, I was like the headmaster of the table. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell that was. Yeah, that was really cool. That was really fun. We ate a bunch of meat that night. My mom just called dinner. I'll be back after dinner's over. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just ate some some pizza. My fat ass leaving the video mid-recording to go eat pizza. Well, I've got a tip for you. I'm sorry. This is Edward. Taking to the dinner. This is kind of a sick photo, even though like none of our stuff is even people like faces, whatever is even in it. It's just cool because like silhouettes and stuff. That was taken after the last dinner. This is Ava because she took like stupid pictures of me, so I had to get my get back. Oh my god! And then at like 2 in the morning, we were playing this game. I don't even remember what it's called. It was kind of sick. It was we were doing a bunch of stuff that night. We did sneak out that night again. Teachers didn't notice because of course they didn't. Then we went back and this is the same thing happened the last 2 nights. We like snuck out and came back and stayed up until like. We stayed up later the second night, but we stayed up really late both nights. And we were playing a lot of games the second night, because I got, at some point during the trip, I got Japanese Uno. So we did that. And then we also did whatever this is, and someone had a deck of cards, so we were playing some card games. Oh, yeah, so the last 2 nights were both, like, W nights. Those were really fun. Then we went on the next morning we woke up at like 6 so that we can get on a bullet train. Like we woke up before the hotel even started serving breakfast. We went on the bullet train from from Kyoto to Tokyo. And it took us like 20 hours to drive there. The train did it in like 2. It was kind of sick. I guess it was more direct anyway, but dude, we went right by Mount Fuji. Look at this. Hold up. I'm going to turn my phone this way. Look at this. First of all, okay, you can't even really see Mount Fuji at all, but it's right there. Yeah, train goes pretty fast. Kind of sick. We said our last goodbyes to Bob. It's kind of oh yeah, this is Bob, by the way. I look gay as shit in this picture. Then we got to the airport, and it took us a bit to get to the airport, because I had to take another, like, train to get to the airport, and then I took this because I thought it was funny. Dude, I loved it. And we ate at the airport at some place, I forget what it's called, but yeah, me and, like, a couple of the guys, because I'm friends with everyone, went to the place. It was pretty some place, I don't even know. But yeah, it was pretty cool. We ordered like stuff there. Yeah, I know, that was really specific. For some reason, I got like a ton of photos on the plane rides back, so I'm just gonna scroll through them as I talk. Yeah, we had a layover on the way back in LA. And we had like yeah, because on the way there we had a layover in Dallas. When is this gonna end? Hold up. What is this? We gotta have meat. Oh, anyway, bunch of sick pictures in the plane rides back because on the way from Tokyo back, well, yeah, we went back to Tokyo from Kyoto because bullet train. We went to LA, had a bunch of layovers and stuff there. Got Subway during the layover. I thought that was kind of fun. Was that Dallas? Or was that LA? No, that was definitely LA. Oh my god, that might have been Dallas. I don't even remember. I got Subway at some point. Both flights, we saw sunsets. And both flights took off at the same time. Both flights took off at 1:05 p.m. Because time zones are weird, even though, like, the first flight, I think it was like 10 hours, and then we had like a 6-hour layover, which is a long-ass layover. It took off at the same time because time zones. It was funny. LAX is pretty big. There's a lot of things in it. You know what I'm saying? Wait. I think I'm thinking of Tokyo. Like, LAX is also big, but, like, I keep picturing LAX, but like it's actually Tokyo. I mix them up. Airports are really nice, as you would probably expect, because they're like probably 2 of the top 5 biggest airports on the planet. Tokyo has 2 airports, by the way. We went to Haneda. I don't know if that's the bigger one or the smaller one. Look at these sunset phone pictures. They're kind of sick. Credits to Ava. Dude. Okay, you can't see it, but I promise it's pretty. The longer flight, I sat next to Maddox. Dude, me and Maddox had so much fun on that flight. We were listening to Denzel Curry, about my I See Your Future, the album, because that was like the only good album available. So now I know that album like the back of my hand. It's such a good album, dude. Also, by the way, on the way there, when I was sitting next to Steven, I watched John Wick. Didn't even say that yet. But I tried to watch the second one, but then I got too eepy and I went to bed. Then I woke up at I went to bed when we were still over like really North Canada, and then I woke up when we were over like the small islands of Alaska, so like all of the Canadian coastline I was asleep for. What's the shock? Like a shockingly large amount of the Dallas to Tokyo flight was over land. Like we didn't go like that, we went like that because the world is round. Yeah, the flights back were pretty cool. We had a bunch of turbulence on the way. You know, when we were landing in LA after the flight from Tokyo, we had like a shit ton of turbulence. And Ava, I keep mentioning her name, and I should mention like everyone's name, and I will at some point. But she was sitting right behind us, and me and Maddox were like making fun of her because Maddox is actually like really interested in aviation, by the way. He like wants to be a pilot, which is cool as fuck. He's also a freshman, so he has a lot of time to like actually like follow his career and stuff. We were making fun of Ava because she was scared of turbulence. And then we landed in LA and had like a 6-hour layover. We landed in LA at like 6 in the morning, by the way. So I don't know how time zones work. We like because we took off on the 30th from Tokyo at like 1 p.m. and then we landed in LA at 6 a.m. on the 30th. So, it's a bit goofy. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You blow up the Twin Towers when I am gay. I like dick in my ass, please don't come. Yeah, alright, that's it. Long day, bro. I took like an AP stat mock exam this morning. That took like 3 hours. And then I went to a track invitational because apparently I'm good at track now. So I was going to run a 4x4, but I ended up not actually doing it, so I didn't even really have to go. But it was a fun experience, but it was also an exhausting day. I woke up like 12 hours ago when the sun isn't even down yet. Basically just like an average school day. Sunsets are so late now, I swear, like even like after daylight savings, like the sun still wasn't setting early. And then like I swear, like it was really Japan. I came back from Japan and I was like, oh my god, the sun's out until like 8 now. It's 6 p.m. It's still bright as day. Yeah, flights back were long. We eventually got back. We landed back in DCA. It was pretty cool. Found my parents and stuff. Got my luggage. Said bye to everyone. Went home. Told my parents about the trip. We also landed there at night. We saw sunsets on both flights. I don't know what the hell is happening. Oh my god, isn't this aesthetic? Then went home and that night I went to bed in my own bed for the first time in a week, and it was pretty sick. Cause like my bed, like dude, I swear every bed, not every, cause we didn't even have a bed at some of the hotels. Yeah, but like so I don't know what it is about my bed. I always sleep the best in my bed. Even though it's like a small bed, objectively, and like the beds in hotels are probably more comfortable and more like padded and stuff and built for comfort. Just something about my bed. I slept 15 hours that night. I went to bed at 11. I woke up at 2 p.m. So, okay. the Greece and Hawaii videos, I don't know how I made Hawaii so short. It was only like 2 hours, but dude, Greece, I know why actually, because I didn't write notes every day. Greece I did, but Greece I explained literally every single intricacy, every single detail, every single day. If I did that for this trip, the video would probably be like 40, 45, no, longer than that. Why did I say that? No, it'd probably be like 3 to 4-ish hours long. Greece was longer. Greece is like 6.5 hours, dude. And Hawaii was only 2, but I don't even, it should have been longer, honestly. I should have written notes. But like this trip, if I did that, it'd be long. I didn't do that for this trip, so I'm not making the longest video. But like, I know I've said a lot about the trip. I've covered maybe like 15%. So many things happened that I just made no mention of. I told you like the basics of the basics, dude. Like this, I know this video is long, but it could be a lot longer. Like this video, I mean, if I wanted to, this would probably be the same length as Greece, except that, I mean, Greece is like a longer trip, so. That's why I said this video might be like 4 or 5 hours. I said like all the details about everything. You know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm gonna go over the people really quick. No, I'm not. Too much effort. A bunch of friends. Actually, yes, I am. I'm gonna go over some of the people. Me and Maddox. Maddox is like my boy. Rayon. Diego, who's the only older senior. See, how to say, he was pretty cool. Alina and Yeleni existed. Dude, the group that stayed and like played Uno the last 2 nights and snuck out, that was like an elite group. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up like photos that we took while we were out and like shout out every single one of those people because apparently I have no photos. What the fuck? No, yeah, the second to last night I have photos though. I know I do. Oh yeah, here it is. So you got me, you got Rayon, Diego. Maruk, who was a girl, approached me and was like, yo, we want to go out. Can we get you and Rayon and Diego? I don't know why they approached me, and I don't know why they wanted us 3 in particular, but I'm glad that they did because I had a fun experience. It was us 3. It was a Seneca girl whose name I don't know. No, Lauren, that was her name. It was Maruk. It was, oh god, who was that? I don't know. And then you got Julia, Alina, and Yeleni. It's, what's her name? Oh my god. Lila. Yeah, that was the group. That was the Uno group that snuck out. That was a sick group. I loved that group. I had a lot of fun with that group. I had some interesting experiences. Sneaking out in Kyoto is like... It's an experience that not many will have, and I'm glad I got to have it, even though it was like blatantly against the rules and we would have gotten kicked off the trip. I don't regret it at all. Bought a bunch of cool stuff there. I bought this pink sweatshirt that I thought was right there. Apparently it's not though, so I was going to show you, but I guess I'm not now. If you have my Instagram, you saw my Tokyo post, my Japan post. The shirt I was wearing in the cover photo next to Mount Fiji that I actually showed you guys, but the quality sucks, which is why I'm referring to my Instagram. I bought that there. Bought that the first day. I bought that Monday. It was sick as hell. I bought a couple slaves. I don't know why the fuck I said that. Let's see, who else? One of the guys were there. There was Maddox. Maddox is my guy. Nate, he was a bit of a questionable human being. Let's see, who are the other dudes? I mean, I know the other, probably my best friend who was a woman at all was Ava, and she wasn't even in the group that was like, we went out sneaking out with. I don't know why, but yeah, and then it was Maruk. Ava and Maruk were like, okay, that sounds really fucking stupid because I'm a senior and they're both freshmen, but I promise it's fine. I'm really self-incriminating. I'm digging a hole for my eye. Can I please fucking pick up this stick? Oh my god, I'm trying to pick that up for like 15 seconds. Man, I'm gay as shit. I don't know why I felt the need to say that. It was train. Isn't it cool? Sidetracked and I don't remember what I was talking about. It was like... Sneaking out in Kyoto, I think. No, it was the people. Ava, I sat next to Ava on like the trip back from LA. It was pretty cool. She took like all the pictures I showed you on the phone. What else? Who else was there? There was Maruk. Who else? I mean, Alina and Yeleni. I don't know. Let's think of just dudes now. Maddox, Nate. He was funny. Scott, Ajay. Oh my god. Am I actually... Ben. Dude, Ben is funny as hell. Advice kept getting inspected by security. He was Indian, so it's probably racist. No, I guess Rayon got through cleanly. He's Middle Eastern, so I don't know. Maybe some parts of it are racist. Of course, you got, my roommates Gio and Zane. Those are my boys. I love those boys, even though Gio was like a predator. You make me happy when I am gay. Found it. This is the shirt. Look, you can see it clearly now how the rose is. It's kind of sick. I lost this game. Because of the swap hands card. Japanese hotels have like things called onsen, which is basically like a spa where you're butt-ass naked for the whole time. I didn't go, but both my roommates did. I didn't go because I'm not homosexual. Actually, no, I am. I changed my mind. Normal. This is yesterday. I don't know why I'm showing you this. This has nothing to do with Japan. But yeah, this is my friend yesterday in micro actually economics. Look what he's looking at on his computer. It's a picture of me asleep. He's so funny. Nate was like kind of questionable. He wasn't one of the chaperone's son. I'm trying to find the group chat, bro, so I can see like everyone's name. Oh yeah, here it is. This is the group that all the dudes made. Advite the J, I already mentioned all these people. Harrison, he never talked, but he was pretty cool. Maddox, I love Maddox. Everyone else I mentioned. Okay, cool. So I'm done with explaining the trip. Bonds were bonded, is all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go over everything individually. Dude, why am I even like saying this? This video is like 37 minutes long, and like no one's gonna watch it. Like no one's gonna, like the Utah one was like 10 and no one watched that. I mean, at least the Greece and Hawaii ones are actually good videos. This is like some shit. I didn't explain anything. I know I yapped for so long, but I promise it could have been 5 hours, and that's not a joke. Oh my god, dude, why do I keep missing the pause button? Sorry, couldn't talk. You know what Ava said to me? She said, "You remind me of Handsome Fella." That's the dude who, I actually quoted him, I think, earlier this video. He's like, "Hey, I've got a tip for you." I love that guy. He's so funny. It's the best compliment I ever received. Masters are happening right now. My parents are downstairs watching it. This video is not going to be edited. It's also not going to be public. Just stop yapping now, and I should let you go about your day because you really don't deserve to listen to me. You don't deserve to be put through listening to me is what I meant. I'm not above you, I'm below you. Yeah, so I'm sorry for yapping for so long. I should shut up. It was an amazing trip. It actually was like a really, really awesome trip. I feel like I might have been downplaying that because I'm making this video in like a nonchalant mood. I'm kind of like skimming over everything and be like, this, that. I promise everything was awesome, okay? Everything is awesome. Hey, yeah, everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you live in a gay man's ass. So this happened like 6 months ago, but I have 1,000 wins in Zom's Royale now. I was going to make a YouTube video about it, but I was literally getting seconds per frame instead of frames per second, so I decided not to. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to stop yapping now. It was an awesome trip. They were awesome people. Like, I loved like everything about it. It was fun. It was fire. It was awesome. Didn't mention anything that happened, but still. W trip, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jedwill. See ya. Jedwill is. That's just what it says at the start of some random viral song. I just remembered from 2017. I'm going to shut up now. Goodbye. I love you. What's up, guys? We did it. We made it. Yeah. This video was really, really weird to make because I've really never made anything like it before. Okay, that's better, I think. I think, like, that was weird before. I think it's better. Chromebook is currently actually on an exercise bike. These are the handbars, so you're probably going to just see those for the rest of the video. So as I'm recording this, it is 1:05 a.m. Early morning of August 22nd, 2024, and it's actually kind of perfect timing because I move into college at 1 p.m. today, technically. So, I got 12 hours. Oh my god, there's 12 hours until I move in. This came so fast. It's like me and your mom last night. Deadass, like, I feel like ever since COVID, life has just sped by. By the way, I'm trying to be relatively quiet in this video because both my parents are asleep, but they're 2 floors up and behind a bunch of walls and closed doors, so I think we're good. Anyway, this is kind of a surreal feeling because it just crept up on me. I kept pushing it back. I kept not thinking about it moving into college, you know? Like, even like a year ago, like the start of my senior year of high school, I was like, still got a year to go, and then went quickly. I was going unit through unit in every single class, and I'm just kind of like, I'm still a year away from college, right? Even though I was in like March, and I don't know, it's kind of weird to explain. Oh, nice, I missed the pause button. As the year went on, I never really processed that in a year from that exact moment I'd be in college. Then summer hit, late May, last day of school, had the senior trip, all that shit. Started working, graduation happened, I was officially a free man. You know what I'm saying? It was summer. I didn't really have any responsibilities except work, in which they put fucking 40 hours of work a day. Actually, I worked so much this summer. Ask any of my friends. My stupid ass, like, we are the only times we could ever get together was like me and my friends driving around aimlessly at 9 p.m. Which was fun as hell, but still. So we had beach week, and also like what I just said objectively wasn't true, but you know, throughout the summer, I didn't really have anything to do for college because I did all the stuff for college the summer before senior year, between junior and senior year. That was my college shit summer. And I did a bunch of stuff during the year. I didn't really do that much this summer because I was already enrolled, I was already committed, all the stuff was already done.
I kept not thinking about it because I kept working, I kept doing things, I kept hanging out with my friends, I kept doing fun shit, and the days just kept going by and by and by. June, July, and then I got to August, and I'm like, holy shit, I was in Miami with my friends, I wasn't really thinking about it. Oh my god, dude. And then, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, my last day of work. I'm done with work. Now I have 3 days until I have to move into college. And then those 3 days went by like that. And now it is the morning of the day that I'm moving into college. Early morning. It really did creep up because I was just like, what the fuck? Like, how did this happen? How am I moving into college in 12 hours? I have been living with my parents and my brother, who's in college actually. Point is, for fucking 18 years, actually more. It's actually coming up on 19. I turned 19 in like 2.5 months. I've had the same routine. I just get up, school, come back, do shit, do whatever I have to do for 9 months, and then have a summer vacation off. It's been going on and on and on. It's been on repeat for 15 years. I don't know. How many years of formal schooling do you have? 13? Yeah, 13. It's been an endless cycle for so long that I never really processed would end. And now it's like, oh my fucking god, it's ending. I'm moving into college in 12 hours. That is crazy to me. Even graduate, like I could have made a video like this, but instead of college, it's graduation. I could talk about graduation too. Crazy. I kept getting TikToks in like, especially when May started, all throughout May, that's like senior year, BOB senior year is ending, and everything that you'll ever experience will never be experienced again. I worded that poorly, but you know what I'm talking about. That shit was crazy too, dude. Because it's true. Like, me and my friends are never going to laugh in the back of a high school classroom again. It's just never going to happen. I can't go back. I'm done. It's just wild to me. Even the same thing I was talking about with college was graduation. Like, I kept pushing it back, and like, there's a comment saying, I hate school, but I'm going to miss that place. It couldn't apply more to me. Even though, honestly, I feel like I had a pretty good high school experience. So I don't even know if I can say I can hate school. I hated the working portion, but definitely the social aspect made up for it. My working was ass. Also, like, February to January to April of my junior year, that shit was ass. I had like 2 hours of free time a day. Anyway, I'm not gonna expand upon it. Anyway, yeah, I kinda, after I graduated, I was like, oh my god, damn, it's over. But, you know, at least I still got this summer, you know? This summer, nothing has happened yet. We're gonna do so many fun things this summer. It's gonna be completely unforgettable. And that's true. We did a bunch of cool shit. I hung out with my friends a lot. I went a bunch of places. I did a bunch of cool stuff. Me and my friends went to Six Flags. We went to Beach Week. My friend went to India for a month. I had like 70 trillion hours of work, and I still managed to do all this. I did make bread, though. Made like 4K, even more. I still haven't gotten my last paycheck, but I think it's gonna be like 4.2. But yeah, I kept pushing away graduation, and then that happened, and I was like, oh my god, this is never gonna happen again. This summer happened, and now at the end of the summer, I'm kind of like, oh my god, this is never gonna happen again. Of course I'm gonna see all my friends from high school at Thanksgiving, winter break, next summer, spring break. And that's really it. I do have 2 close friends who are going to college with me, so that's not fully applied. But like, what about the other 43? Like, what about everyone else? Man, it's fucking crazy to me. All these people who I grew up with, making all these unforgettable memories with, I'm just gonna lose them, pretty much. We all are. Everyone's gonna lose everyone. There's no way every single adult has gone through this. Because this shit is traumatic. It's almost surreal. Of course I know. I consider myself a pretty social person. Some will probably say I'm a social butterfly. I'm gonna make friends in college. I know my roommate, he's cool, he's chill. There's gonna be a bunch of situations I'm in where I'm gonna love college. But it's never gonna be the same as it was on a crisp Wednesday night at 9:39 p.m. when me and my 4 closest friends were driving around in my friend's 2021 Toyota Camry in the middle of summer before college. Like, that shit, like, we can do that again, but it's never going to have the same feel. Nothing's ever going to have the same feel. That was just kind of an obscure example. Me and my friends did that so much this summer. A bunch of stuff like that is never going to feel the same way ever again. Everything I've ever done with my friends is going to be meaningless because now I'm going to have multiple groups. We all are. Even my friends who are going to the same college. All 3 of us are living in different dorms. We're all going to have different groups. We're all majoring in different shit. It's kind of sad to think. I feel like I said this earlier, but a differently worded version. Like, these people I grew up with. Like, the people who, like, I was talking about my 4 closest friends. Like, literally all 4 of them I've known since elementary school. Yeah. the people who I went driving with, like the shortest tenured friendship within that group is my friend who I met in 6th grade. Like, that shit is crazy. We're supposed to just throw that away. I'm gonna be thinking about them so much. I'm gonna be thinking about everyone so much. Not just them. Like, all that shit, like, even just the high school experience in general. Like, goofing around with your friends in class, doing dumb shit, leaving and getting Subway during lunch, even though you're not allowed to, but they don't care because they don't enforce it for some reason. Doing all the dumb stuff we did at football games, we went to football games, all those high school events, prom, homecoming, never gonna experience either one of them ever again. I had to say, though, I went junior and senior year, homecoming, and prom, so maxed out that experience. I didn't go to sophomore year homecoming, though, because my stupid ass decided that I would rather go to a band competition where it was like 41 degrees outside. Yeah, I also got a bloody nose that night. That in memories. I'm going to sound like a stupid dork nerd here, but I did marching band for 4 years. That was fun. I did a bunch of cool shit. I met cool people, even though I didn't really fuck with them as much as I do with people who aren't band kids. I did just diss myself there, it's fine. Because I did track for 2 years. I met a lot of cool people in track, actually. Track people are cool. I love track people. Sorry, I don't know why I just stopped talking. Never gonna be a part of a varsity high school sport ever again. Like, never gonna be able to do stupid shit on bus rides. The bus ride was low-key the best part of band. Like, it was so fun to say that, but I'm just gonna miss Brian and Max, bruh. Brian's at AU, and Max is still in high school. He's a year younger. 3 of us were the trio at band competitions. I loved that trio. That trio was so fun. And then, I don't know, there was like other stuff, me and the track trio. That's actually the trio that's going to Maryland. Me and my 2 friends from track. Of course, I've known them both since elementary school, so they're not just a track trio, but the 3 of us did track together. Obviously still gonna hang out. Like, duh, no shit. We're gonna go to the same college. Of course we're gonna hang out. We know each other. We're the only connections that we have, except our roommates, but that's the point. But, like, we're gonna be in different classes. We're gonna be in different places all the time. We're all always gonna have places to be. We're in different programs. We're all in different dorms. I think I mentioned that already. We're gonna have different shit to do. And then all my other friends, who are going to other colleges, or still in high school, none of us are really gonna have a chance. Like, we're only gonna see each other when we're home. It's kind of sad because all the memories that all the memories that we all made with each other over the years, kind of just fading away. Kind of like fading into dust, going away forever. I know I said this earlier, but there's no, like, every adult who's gone to college has gone through this. Really? Like, how do people get through it? Like, is it really gonna be okay? I don't know. It's even, like, I don't want to suck myself off, but I'm good at making friends. I'm good at getting people to think I'm a good person. I think a lot of people like me. I'm gonna make friends, but, like, it just won't ever be the same. And there's really nothing I can do to escape. I feel like I've been talking in circles this whole time, but pushed away graduation happened. I was like, holy shit. I got the summer, and then summer just went by like that. Why the fuck am I standing like this? I look like a dork. Now summer's over, and we're going to college, and everything's about to change, and I'm about to lose all the people who I've always loved, and I'm about to meet new people and meet a new niche. I don't know what the definition of niche is. Meet a new group, do a bunch of new shit with new people, abandon everyone I've ever known. Of course, not intentionally, but it's just gonna it's a canon event. It happens to everyone, I guess, apparently. And it's just kind of surreal to think about. Like, this is happening. I'm moving into college in 12 hours. Who allowed that to happen? Yeah. Alright, yeah, that's about it. In other news, I got 2 new videos that I'm currently working on. The first one is the day in the life of a high school senior. It's way shorter than the sophomore and junior ones. I recorded it on my second to last school day ever. I actually remember the exact date. It was May 21st. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. I low-key have not started editing that, so yeah, that's my fault. I'm also making a supercut of every single school video I ever recorded. Of course, that I still have access to, because some I don't, because my mom deleted. I explained that more in the video. Yeah, I mean, that should on paper be really easy, but there's a bunch of shit happening with a bunch of different apps that makes it way, way harder than it should be, and it's so stupid and so fucking stupid, because it all should work. If everything all just worked perfectly all the time, that video would have been out 3 weeks ago. But holy shit, it's so annoying. It seems so easy, but trust me, it's not. All this stuff makes it so much harder than it has to be, but yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. Working on that, and that will come out at some point. It's fine. That, the day in the life coming soon. Of course, this is gonna be released right after I post it.
Might have to record it. Sorry, I can't English. It's too early for this shit. Or is it late? I don't know. Actually, it's probably late, but it's early because I technically moved into college today. I'm sorry, I'll stop yapping. I should shut up. But yeah, me and my friends went to American today to visit my friend. I don't know, we were just bored as shit. So we went to American because he moved in a couple days ago. And we all moved in today, except the one friend is moving in a couple days. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. Stay tuned for those 2 videos. Kind of crazy. That's happening. I pushed it aside for so long, but it's happening. Moving into college. I have no idea if I'll be able to record anything in college, by the way. But there are those 2 videos that I'm going to be working hard to get done. Yeah. Okay. I love you guys. This is kind of a different video. I hope you fuck with it, on God. And I have no idea when the next time is that I'll record a video or post a video, but I don't know. Those 2 videos are coming out soon, so yeah. Love you guys. I'm excited and terrified and nervous and overjoyed and whatever the fuck of what the future will bring. Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Alright, yeah, that's about it. See ya.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me.
Okay everyone, class is wrapping up, but before we go, don't forget to register to vote. It's important too. The upcoming election is an important one and your voice matters. Yes, Callie?
How does one register to vote?
Good question. You would go to your state government website as shown here for voter registration. Since we're at UMD, I'll just use Maryland's website as an example. You go to the website here and then you would fill in the information. You would provide your ID information and address and answer all the questions it prompts you to answer. It's simple and really only takes a couple minutes. Definitely make sure that you're registered so you can vote this year. The deadline this year is October 15th, and just wanted to let you guys all know that's coming up very soon. So, class is over and don't forget to go and vote.
Hey, do you want to go to the polls and vote together on election day?
Okay.
Awesome. See you tomorrow for a study session?
Yep, sounds good.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Callie. Hey, I've been thinking, does it even matter if I vote? Because I live in Maryland, and Maryland always goes blue anyway. So does my vote even matter?
Yeah, it definitely matters.
Say on God. Why?
Well, there are many reasons it is important to vote. In addition to voting for a presidential candidate, you are able to vote for Senate, local elections, and specific policies. For example, for the 2024 presidential election, there is a question on the Maryland ballot that allows voters to vote on whether abortion rights should be enshrined in the Maryland Constitution.
Oh, really? That's actually interesting. I didn't know that.
Also, if enough people share the mindset that voting doesn't matter and don't vote, that could change the potential outcome of the election. And not everyone has the right to vote.
That's crazy.
Don't forget that women couldn't vote until the early 1900s. Being able to vote is a right, and you should take advantage of it. Since election day is always on a Tuesday, some people from lower income families might not be able to take the financial hit of taking time off to go and vote. Some people don't have access to transportation, some people don't have the time for it, some states are stricter than others when it comes to mail-in ballots. These factors disproportionately affect lower income citizens. And did you know that election day is always on a Tuesday? Because in 1845, when they first established that, farming was a huge practice back then, so they picked Tuesday to be election day because it was the most convenient for white male farmers. That is 179 years outdated, since now more demographics of people have the right to vote, and farming is not a huge practice anymore. Yeah. All this to say that since you have the means to vote, do it.
Powerful.
You can also vote for representation. We have yet to have a woman president, and we have had one black president, and everyone else has been an old white man.
Heard.
If you want to see more of a variety of backgrounds in office, then you need to vote for them.
Wow, that's actually interesting. Those are good points. Thank you for telling me all that.
I could go on and on and on. You want to vote for the people whose beliefs align with yours, and who will implement policies that you feel are beneficial to our country. Besides, while the popular vote doesn't directly affect who will be president, if it aligns with the candidate who won the electoral vote, it can alleviate some of the fears and tensions surrounding election fraud that we have seen in recent years. Also, young voters lean Democratic, so the more of us that vote, the more we'll be able to influence the results.
Wow, yeah, I've heard some things about that. Thank you, Kelly, for filling me in about that.
Did you know that in the 2020 presidential election, only 70% of 18 to 21-year-olds at UMD voted?
Really? That's crazy. That seems very low. I thought it'd be higher than that.
Yep, and that was actually a 13% increase from the 57% of people who voted in that same voting group in 2016.
Wow.
I'm hoping we see more of an increase this year, but who knows? It's really important for us to get out and vote.
I understand it now. Let's study now.
Awesome.
Thank you for telling me about that.
I have a midterm, so
yeah,
let's
we
hit the
got
books. Let's hit
midterms.
the
That's what I'm
books.
saying.
Hey Ryan, have you voted yet?
No, I haven't. I'm going in person on election day. How about you?
Yeah, I voted with an absentee ballot. Since I'm from Pennsylvania, I figured I should vote in Pennsylvania. Since it's a swing state, I could go either way in the election, as opposed to voting in Maryland, which always goes blue.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What's an absentee ballot? Is that any different from a regular ballot?
Well, when it was time for me to make a plan to vote, I looked at the Pennsylvania voting website to see what my options were, since I knew I would be at UMD instead of in my home state. So for mail-in ballots, you can just request one when you first register to vote. You don't need to provide a reason for why you need a mail-in ballot.
Okay, but what about absentee?
Well, I learned that absentee ballots have been around for longer. Those are for people who know they will be away from their country during voting day, or for people with disabilities or illnesses that prevent them from getting to the polls. These require you to provide a reason for why you cannot vote in person, but they are processed in the same way that mail-ins are processed.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know all that. Thank you for telling me.
Of course. Do you want to learn more about the process?
Sure.
After you register to vote, you can go to your state website. Yeah.
Wow.
State website, and there you are able to apply for and request a ballot. The specifics of that process as I was saying, the specifics of that process depends on your state. But after you apply, it'll come to your address. Then you just have to make sure you fill the ballot and then send it in before the deadline.
Okay, thank you for telling me all this. I'll try to spread the message to as many people as I can.
Sounds good.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Are you ready to cast your vote?
Yes, I am.
Who's next? Can I have your names, IDs, and addresses, please?
Look, Georgia's turning red. Last time it was blue.
Bro, that's crazy. Wow. You know, I'm glad I voted. I feel so empowered.
Me too. Thanks for coming with me. Did you notice how they asked for our voter IDs?
Yeah, I did. What's that all about?
Well, there are some controversies with voter ID laws.
How so?
Well, some people argue that the voter ID requirement laws should be enforced in order to prevent voter fraud. However, this puts another barrier in the way of those trying to vote. These voter ID laws disproportionately affect younger voters like college students, minorities, and low-income groups, because these groups may not always be able to afford or obtain the documents they need in order to get a government-issued photo ID card.
Wow, that's actually interesting. Thank you for telling me this. I'll try to spread the message and stuff and tell people about it.
You're welcome, Ryan.
Yeah. And now, class, you know about the importance of voting. Just like I learned about 28 years ago in the election of 2024.
Yay! So, after watching each of these scenarios, you might be wondering how you yourself can get involved in voting besides casting a ballot, such as
Going to rallies.
Yeah! Oh yeah! Yes, sir! Yeah!
calling people and getting them to go and vote, or knocking on doors and getting them to go and vote.
Hello?
Hi, miss. Are you registered to vote yet?
Yup, I registered last week.
Have you voted yet?
Nope, but I'm gonna cast my ballot very soon. I
Great.
have to mail it in.
We need to count on your vote to win this election.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, let's make some phone calls for the campaign.
Hello there.
Hi, is this Ryan?
Yeah, it is. What's up?
I'm just calling to see if you voted yet.
Nah.
What do you mean, nah? Like, voting is important. We need your vote. Can you come vote for our campaign?
Sure, if you so insist, I will come and vote for your campaign.
Good. The polls are open from like 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. See ya on voting day.
All right, perfect. I'll keep that in mind. I'll be there at some point.
But we can count on your vote.
Yeah!
You could also volunteer at your local polling office. Hello.
Hello.
I was wondering if there's anything I can do to civically engage with this year's voting process.
Well, there is this bag of stickers here. You can hand out these stickers to people after they voted and are about to leave the polls.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect. Thank you for civically engaging.
Awesome. All right, we should start.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson here, and the start of this video is just going to be random parts of my room because I'm using the front-facing camera and I don't feel like turning it around. This video has been on my to-do list for like 6 years, so I'm finally doing it now. We're going to be looking through my 2nd grade yearbook. So, here it is, starting the cover off strong. School is cuck. Of course, we love that. Got another cuck down here. Basically, after I got this yearbook in 2nd grade, I've just spent like, I don't know, like once every 6 months or so. I've kind of fallen off recently, but once every 6 months or so, I've just been kind of like bringing it out and editing it randomly, writing random stuff in it, and now it has become an absolute abomination. Like, if you turn to a random page, just see Rush E. Yeah, that's kind of what happens on like most of the pages. It's kind of, it's very random and very stupid and very lame. So it's a perfect, it's a perfect thing to go over. Starting it off, first page, I write my name here because, of course, this is like not even half the times where I've come in to edit this book. But yeah, I don't know. I have like phases where I edit it more. Yeah, I don't know. Just a bunch of random stuff. Me when cuck, a bunch of cucks there. Of course, down here you got Yo Quando. I don't know what the heck that is. Where's the guy? There's the guy. There's a guy with a thing on his head. Yeah, so this is gonna be a very stupid video. I don't know even why I'm recording this, but yeah, I'm just crossing it off my to-do list because I'm bored as hell. There's the next page. Of course, you got the crikey mate, all the stuff. Cuck, Lolo, Little Bennett, the Papper. I don't even know what the heck that is. Enlarged cuck. Come over here. You got cuck forehead. Over here you got Bob Ross. Yeah, I rated my own edit at 10 out of 10. Probably like years later. A bunch of cuck. I don't know why I said pie on there. Lord Jesus. It's Miller time. Sayo Tomi and Principe. Miss Ham and Cheese, Ass Administrator, Miss Principal. Yeah, this video, I don't know, my mom would definitely not like to, if she saw this video. Miss Libidra the Bus. I don't know what this is. Medusa, I don't even know what it says. Miss Cucle, Secret Serial Killer, Poop. And yeah, I'm not going to go over every single edit because if I did this video, it would be like 1 trillion years long. But yeah, there's a bunch of edits in this book. Here's the staff page. Starting it off strong, if we look just right here, I'm a bird, fart teacher. There's also a bunch of random marker smudges like everywhere in this book because I use pens and markers. Paradox, not sure what that is. I just crossed off her whole name for some reason. Coffee Creamer, and I renamed her to Rob Gronkowski for some reason. Instrument Chicken. Okay, going back up, Baka, Miss Bitch, Tyler Boyd, and over here, I don't even know what the heck is happening here. See, like, you see what I mean when I say if I go over everything, it would take too long? I'm just gonna go over the best ones. I'm gonna pick and choose. I just crossed out her whole name, and she's now H. Johansson, adopted. Miss Hell, cuck. Mrs. Porn, Mr. Porn, Marshmallow, lol teacher, Miss McChicken, Miss McGay, Meek Mill.
I'm really obsessed with LOL teacher. There was another one down here that I didn't do as well. I just crossed out Miss Nacho Gay Sailor. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Simp Esteban LOL teacher. See, this is like an evolution. Like, I edited her name 3 separate times. Like, I don't know what I'm on about. Got 2 different Shaq Thompsons. He was a linebacker for the Panthers for a while, so I just put them on their name. Of course, SET stands for vaginas aren't real. This one made me chuckle. Special education. Okay, video just ended for no reason. Special education student is what I was on about. Over here you got Sammy Watkins, rape teacher. Bunch of other random stuff I'm not going to go over. Here's a still frame if you want to look over everything. Next page, this one actually isn't very highly edited. There's at least one cuck on every single page, by the way. Behind the hidden drawing. Oh wait, I remember it. It's the basketball. Hold on. Yeah, there is the hidden face on this page. Yeah, see, I don't. This was my 2nd grade year, so basically the 2nd grade section is going to be very heavy with edits. Everything else is really not going to be that bad. So Raur Swius Gog Lol. Not sure what happened here. I just wrote cum. Anyway, next page, starting it off strong with Miss Cuck's class. Is that a boy or a girl? Responding to myself. It's a girl. You spelled like what? No, you. Uno reverse card. I don't know what I was on about. Hole up, oops, cuck, Mrs. Santa cuck, all this stuff. Just literally a lot of this is just me reacting to my own jokes. It's like horrible. I'm gay. Caitlin R. Fart. I don't know like why I made that edit. Here I just put my own name because I guess I felt like it. Julia ran a 20-minute mile because she's slow and fat. Had a lot of reactions to that one. Anyway, next page. Didn't change the thing for some reason. I actually didn't change the name this time. Turn this guy into Gason Lee. Here's Victoria's Secret. Over here you got Tom Sawyer. I did a little comparison on his forehead to face ratio. It's kind of funny. And all these people, by the way, like this guy that I labeled as like nice framing because it's just the picture's framed terrible. Like I know that guy now. He's 2 years younger than me. He went to Clarksburg with me. He was in chorus. Giant cuck for some reason. I don't know what that... Oh, yeah, my man Gavin. I guess I was referring to this guy. Not sure why. Bunch of other random shit on this page. Not sure what any of that is. Kindergarten teacher. Oh, yeah, that was my kindergarten teacher. That's pretty cool. Cringe. Next one. Didn't change the name again. Put cuck on his forehead, though. Over here, you got jam or jelly. Number 12. Cuck. Oh, yeah, dude, this is dress code kid. Dude, we used to walk home next to this guy in middle school. We called him dress code kid. This one's kind of funny. This, I said about her that she do be pulling a Miss Goin. Miss Goin was like the teacher in middle school that everyone wanted, so I guess at some point I thought she was bad as shit. Last kindergarten class, there's like almost nothing in this page. Ashiness 100, I think I'm just racist. What's over here? Jesus Christ cuck. Alright, oh, what the hell? Nice name. Because it was, you know, cut off by the picture. Oh, I just realized I edited this picture to say instead of 10 cents a cup, because I think it was lemonade stand, I did 10 cents a kid. So apparently they're selling kids. What does this say? Miss Toot class? Oh my god. 1st grade, you got a giant cuck here. Here's a Swuse. Here's another cuck. Here's a 96. Not sure why. This page really doesn't have anything to note except I put sexing next to this guy and this girl because, you know, years later they were. And of course down here, I labeled her as taking a dump. Not sure why. And of course here on the other side, we got the infamous Rush E page that I turned to at the start. Extended her hair for some reason. See, these pages are kind of boring, but once you get to the second, you know, grade, it'll be a lot better. What we got next? Oh god. Instance number 2 of framing 100. A bunch of just cheese. Not sure why I put that. What the And over here you got a couple cucks. I think I've edited this page slightly. There's some things on this page. That's a great name there, buddy. Dude, this is a masterpiece. This is my favorite page of this entire yearbook. Anyway, moving on, we got this lady whose hair takes up like 80% of this image. Another Minecraft Steve. Other than that, nothing really going on here. But made a Luis Hurtado reference here. Dumb, not sure what that means. Here I made fun of this guy's hat before realizing years later that it meant he's Jewish. Juice, sauce, a little bit of cuck, ice, wrist, a little bit of flexing. Yeah, I don't know. This is the last page of the 1st grade, a bunch of random stuff. Here I outlined how fat this guy's curve was, not sure why. Ding dong, the wicked bitch is dead. Then moving over, we got the 2nd grade title page, and as you can see, it's already, slightly more, edited. Fat people. She wrote a giant gay right here. Yeah, there's a bunch of cucks here, of course. There's at least one thing on every single one of these images. It's kind of terrible. Turning the page, you can immediately see how questionable I got when doing this. Starting it off strong, we got hardcore racism. I labeled this Asian guy as just algebra for some reason. Said she looks like a chicken. Another framing 100. Another one of these is my class, by the way. I had Miss Smith. When we get to Miss Smith, it's been even worse. Giant cuck here, a bunch of random stuff. This entire book, like, especially these pages, when it comes to these pages, because I edited these first, is like a conglomeration of edits I've made since, how old was I in 2nd grade? Like, I don't know, 9? Until I mean, it got a lot less freaking in high school, because in high school is when I started the cuck editing, but before that is when I did all the actual editing. So all the cucks are recent, basically everything else is not. So all the stuff you're seeing is a conglomeration of edits made from ages 9 to like I said, what the fuck? See, there's just a bunch of oh my god, wait, I just understood. This guy looks phenomenal. This girl doesn't look like anything because she has a giant smudge, actually 2 all over her face. Might be homosexual. What? Dude, what is this? Like, what, Miss Moron? Bro. More racism, algebra, cuck. Yeah, see, dude, I wrote so many cucks. I put Pokemon's face over this dude and labeled it Justin Bieber. She's white. Major cuck. This guy who I wrote dumb and also white and gay. This is my brother's handwriting. My brother did this. He wrote, I'm a clown. I don't even know why. Why is there an A and a G? What the Number 6. Here across the bottom of the page is the first letter of every word to Bitch Lasagna 2 by Flying Kitty. And I just memorized the whole thing apparently. Yeah, bunch of random stuff. Anyway, next page. Okay, I don't even know what any of this is. Miss Cuck. Did I turn every one into Miss Cuck? This doesn't even have anything to do. This is just how old people draw a 6. Like what? Oh, dude, Rashab, I love you. See, like I just write notes around these people and where they are at this point in my life now. Whoops, just pause on accident. You can like tell how old these. What the? I'm a hoe and a cuck and sus. What I was gonna say. You can tell how old these edits are by like my handwriting and like how big they are. It's actually kind of interesting. 15 gamer score. Dry as sponge in a furnace. Not sure when I wrote this. Princess Charming here, but she's fat AF now. That's not very nice. I'm a horse, but cuck. Extra cheese. I did another song on this page, but I don't know what it is. Not sure why. Wrote a giant bubble letter piss right here. Replaced all the names with Smith for some reason. Morgan cuck. See, I don't understand 90% of these. Alright, yeah. Autism. Next page. And here's my class. Oh, yeah. Such an uncommon cuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Vandalized my teacher's face a little bit. I remember he wrote that. Dude, Owen, like the day we got this yearbook in 2nd grade, he wrote that mustache on his own face. Labeled all these people as white because they are. She's not white, though. She's different. Alright, blah, 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 a bunch of this stuff. Yeah, who cares? Whatever. Not sure what happened here. By the way, all these random X's, my brother did all of those. He just went once and I started crossing out everyone's face. Not everyone, but like random people's face. I guarantee this edit was made in like 2016. Like, that looks old as shit. Anyway, yeah, here's me. There's this giant squiggly line going across the entire page for some reason. My brother labeled her hairline as Mount Everest, which is kind of funny. This entire section is just, I don't know. A bunch of cucks. Fat cuck. I pledge allegiance to the cuck of the United States of cuck. This face made me chuckle a little bit, and this one, this one too, he just holding a thumbs down. Did something to my own face. Look, there's Owen. See, I told you me and Owen are friends. We're right next to each other. See, look, I write dates. Look, it's on LeBron's birthday, December 30th, 2017, and then I'm back December 6th, 2018. See, what do you know what I mean? I love cum, white cuck, mega. Oh my god. Jacob! And Pablo, dude, I love these people. Cockbergstrom. Turn this guy's name into Riley Condom. Here's my boy Karan. His last name is Johansson, obviously. Okay, this guy cries every day. That's kind of fun. Ritvik, that's my goat. I go to college with him. Dude, I love that guy. Yo, Kais. Dude, he was in my AP Lit class. And I wrote a very obnoxious note that it rhymes with rice because my mom taught him and that's what he told her how to pronounce his name. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh, cuck? You got a boyfriend. I bet he doesn't kiss ya, cuck. Not sure what the hell that thing is supposed to be. Anyway, yeah, that's enough for the page of my class. Gonna move on now. Oh, good. We immediately go to 3rd grade. This is where it's gonna start getting boring. I just circled the shit out of Carter Davis. No idea why. Oh, yeah, this is Quran, so they put this on the wrong page. So that's kind of funny. See, this page is obviously much better, except for the fact that I labeled this guy as white again. Ooh. Deontay Johnson. Oh my god, the Texans just waived Deontay Johnson. Oh my god, this guy sucks. Why? How hard is it to get the framing right? Like, really? Next page, I'm pointing out the terrible framing again. I don't know any of these people, but eventually we're gonna see my brother, so that's pretty cool. Brooke Swastika. Next page, Mr. Cuck, because of course there has to be at least one for everything. Cum. Hot dip, and then whatever. What is it? What? I don't like this guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. She's cool though. I fuck with her. Sarah Bryant. These are people that I know in real life. I could say like so many things about all these people now, like years later, but I'm not. And I'm seeing this and it's like the only thing on the page, so that's why I'm saying it. Miss Kelly's clams, because I couldn't think of anything else to edit. See, a lot of it gets smudged. I don't know what that's supposed to say. Dude. Oh my god, before he had long hair. Dude, turn her into Bradley Roby. He was a cornerback for the Broncos for a while. Here's 2 more instances of my brother crossing out random people's faces. Here, this is slightly outdated because I wrote this class just graduated high school now. Second grade, just graduated high school from this yearbook. So, yeah, we're actually halfway through. First grade's about to graduate in like 6 months. Actually, less. Another forehead comparison. There are a couple of those that I missed earlier. Dude, this guy threw dots to me in flag football. Matthew Smith, that's my goat. Miss Brewy, that's a reference to my neighbor's dog. They moved away, though. My brother was going crazy with the crosses here. Yeah, this is my brother's grade, by the way. Sophie, idiot. Not sure what the point of that. Dude, this is the dude that... No, it's not. Never mind. All right. So that is large. This is one of the guys that my brother almost roomed with in college. Then he transferred to Wisconsin. Dude, this guy is awesome. Jake Jackson, he was like generational screwed. What the fuck did I just say? Sorry, ignore everything I just said. He was very, very, very good at snare drum. He like carried our percussion. Nathaniel was gay. Oh, apparently Swastika had a brother. Oh my god, and that's Carson. Dude, no way that's Carson. This guy hated me. Wood tie. It's probably the most boring page of the entire book so far. Literally nothing except Sujin, who's one of my brother's friends, who looks like that girl apparently, and Cuck. This one's also boring. It's just my brother. It was my brother race. Oh no, I thought it was gonna like he was like only crossing out minorities, but then he crossed out her, so it's fine. Oh, and that guy. I don't even know what he looks like anymore. Final page of 4th grade, and there's my brother. That's pretty cool. He wrote a mustache on himself. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here either. And there's my brother looking fly as usual. I had her for 4th grade as well, too. She's a great teacher. Like, actually, I'm serious. 5th grade, gonna kind of speed through this because it's probably boring as shit. You got a cuck. I remember I went through this and put at least one cuck on every single page. I wasn't joking when I said that. I changed this guy's name from whatever it was to In the Hood Cuck because knee backwards is in. I don't know why. Here it's made a reference to Air Force Proud 95. He's funny. You should watch him. At least his content in like 2018 was funny. Fig Newton. I think my brother circled that guy. No idea why. There's a cuck. Nothing really much on this page. Here's Steve. All right, this framing is actually getting out of hand. Of course, you got Miss Cuck's class here with the Steve. And finalizing it off with the Miss Cuck's class again. Here you got another cuck with 2 more cucks there. Why? Dude, what the? All right. Yeah, not sure what that is. This isn't even an edit. This is like just what was printed in the yearbook. I just think it looks stupid. Dude, this gotta be a top 1 name of all time. Like, I'm serious. That's actually a fire name. I'm not even kidding. Ariel Kazaku de Hernandez. That is sick. I definitely pronounced that wrong, though. Here, this page has no label, so I'm not sure what it was supposed to be, so I just wrote cuck there. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wait. Was that supposed... Yeah, this is supposed to be art. There was supposed to be an art there. Did it get erased? What is that? Yeah, because this is PE and this is music, and yeah, there's just one cuck on either of these pages, so it's not very exciting, except that, apparently. What the hell? And here's a gigantic cuck on this page. Not sure what got into me there. Media Center. Here you got a bunch of random stuff. I don't think I wrote, like, anything. There's at least one cuck on all these pages, though. See, there's that one. Cuke. Finally, turning the last pages, you got Green Team, more cucks here. PTA cuck, you know, of course. Because, of course. And over here, I don't know, maybe there's something notable on this page. Mentally disabled, you know, that kind of. And this is the last page, so you turn it, and you get to the autographs. Yeah, then you get to the autograph. He wrote his name like 50 million times, a bunch of random stuff. Bob died. Bob died was a very, very popular thing over the course of this, you know, year. See, there's a giant one. See, here's the times when I checked in. See, I haven't done it since 6/8/2022. I told you I fell off. Here's one from 2018. I tell you, I used to edit this so much. It's actually kind of crazy. Hashtag. Here's some more dates. I was hungry as shit on March 16th, 2020. And, yeah. Well, not sure what that abomination is. There's a bunch of autographs here, basically. There you go. And there you have it. Arturo. And there's the cuck on the back cover, of course. So, yeah, there you go. There's the School is Cuck yearbook. I've been wanting to make this video for an excessively long amount of time. This page, I still think this page is, like, funny as shit. This is, like, the funniest page of the whole book. Except the cuck page, if you know what I mean. This page, except for this page. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of ass. That's about it. See ya.
Hey guys, just got a fresh cut, so I look like hot garbage right now, but this is my proposal for a new fraternity. Oh good, I missed the pause button already. I'm recording a video in probably like 7 months. I just got back from college like 2 days ago. So it's, I guess, summer vacation for me now. This video is never going to be published. I'm just bored as hell and it's been on my to-do list for like a year. So, my proposal for a new fraternity. So basically, I hate fraternities. I think they're stupid and bad. And I think a complete overhaul of a fraternity would be good for the fraternity. And this is I'm just kind of yapping. I need to shut up. Wait. What I think, my hair looks so bad. I'm sorry. But what I think would be good, you know what I mean, is if you just start from scratch, right? You got a group of guys who want to live together and make a fraternity or whatever, but want to live together. Buy a house. That's the first thing. Get a place to live. I mean, that's kind of like the whole point of this. I don't really care about fraternities if they don't have houses. You know what I mean? Buy a house. Move in all your stuff. You know, live there. Meet all your frat mates. Whatever. Settle in. And that's it. Live there. Have fun. Don't do anything else that normal fraternities do because it all sucks. I'm going to just name off some things that fraternities do that I think is stupid and bad, and then I'm going to briefly explain why. Hazing. I think it's stupid and bad because why would anyone ever want to do that? There is no reason why that should exist because it's not good for anyone. It only has negative effects, and I think it's retarded. It's chapter sororities only. I don't know, I've heard sorority girls say, oh my god, I have to go to chapter. I've never heard a frat guy say that. But then again, I don't know any frat guys except one, and he's in a fake frat. Well, I know 2 frat guys. One of them is in a frat because it's a business frat, and he got invited to it. Whoa. And one of them is in a frat because it's a Jewish frat, and he's Jewish. So I don't like know anyone in the social frat, and I'm proud of that. I don't know if chapter exists in frats, but that or whatever the frat equivalent of that is, you know, rush, all that stuff, hazing, which I already mentioned. Bunch of other random shit, events that are required to go to for you know, you need it or whatever to stay in the group. I think that's dumb. Bigs and littles, I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's dumb too. And the parties, oh my god, I went to one frat party the whole year. It was awful. It was like the first week of school. It was before classes started. I moved in on a Thursday. I think it was either that Friday or Saturday night. I forget. But I know it was before classes started. I never went back, and I'm glad I didn't. I did go out to frats another time, but I never actually went into a frat because there were too many people and they were only letting in women. But I didn't care because I was sober. I did not give a fuck. Me and my friend just left and went to Pizza Kingdom. Oh, good. I missed the pause button again! The one frat party that I went to was kind of ass. The entire floor wasn't actually floor, it was just beer. I went and I played sober cup pong with my friend for an hour, and then we got hot and left. And that was honestly peak. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for, like, the excessive amount, and by excessive I mean, like, 2 per square foot amount of people who were in the basement of that frat house, it would have been kind of fun, because sober cup pong is kind of peak. I'm not gonna lie, it was like 1 a.m. It was funny as shit. But yeah, there were a bunch of people who were like, hey yo, we gotta get more women in here. Like, it gave me secondhand embarrassment in real time. You know how crazy that is? I'm probably not even, also, while I was there, I remember this is like, it was a terrible fire hazard. Like, there was one skinny ass entrance to the basement with like steps that were like 90 degrees. And if one spark happened on anywhere in the house, because it was a comically large house, there were like 4 floors, but for some reason the only thing that's happening was in the basement. If there was one spark, hundreds of people are dying a horrible death. It was a terrible fire hazard. Like, I think frat parties are stupid because there's too many people and it's dirty and disgusting and awful and rancid and putrid and every synonym of all of those words. Have functions. If in my ideal frat, you know, we would have functions. We wouldn't have all the stuff I mentioned earlier, by the way, you know, rush, whatever the fuck, formal, semi-formal, all that bullshit, dumb, you know, all that stuff I mentioned earlier. My ideal frat. Let me outline it for you. We can have functions. We will not have parties. We can invite people. There will not be any +1s. It will only be people we know, because if not, there's going to be a lot of impregnations that we are responsible for because we provided a location for it. A shit ton of a bunch of other random shit. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean, right? That's not my only issue with frat parties. I kind of outlined all of it earlier. But we can have functions with people we know. Max of like 25 people. We can have some alcohol. There will be nothing similar to those and regular frat parties. And in terms of the frat house itself, people who are normal live together and not just a bunch of white dudes who want to fuck every girl they see. You want to be people who you can actually bond with over like your true self instead of like changing your entire personality to fit into the frat culture. And if your entire personality is already fitting into frat culture, that is a you problem and you need to change yourself. I will not accept you because our frat accepts people for who they are and loves everyone unconditionally as long as you're not a retarded, dumbass, fuck-ass bitch. I'm doing a lot of cursing. I'm trying not to like, I don't know. I really want to emphasize my points, you know, because I hate frats a lot. I'm going to try to talk a bit quieter from now on because I just realized my dad and grandpa came home. They just came home. So, yeah. a little less on the loud meter. Saying was a group of guys with a genuine connection who find a house, buy it, move in, settle in, live together, live normally, live in a lovely state where everyone likes one another. There's no beef, there's no formals, there's no rush, there's no hazing, there's no dumb shit like that. It's guys living, having the time of their life. Maybe they drink once in a while, you know. Maybe they whatever the word is starts with a C, to the college culture, and they do whatever they want. I mean, that's kind of, you know, what I would like them to do anyways, my ideal frat. But, you know, once in a while have a function. Once in a while leave, take a vacation, chill with each other, have fun together without any of the normal frat stuff, because I think it's all stupid. I think it's all stupid. I understand why there are no, like, there should just be a frat that is normal. If a frat advertises itself as a regular, like a normal, like not, if a frat, let me try to rephrase this. Sorry. My hair looks horrid. If a frat tried to advertise itself as like a frat that does not follow any of the norms of frat culture, I would be like, yes, I need that. What you could do is, if you have a group of pre-existing friends and there's like a giant friend group of like 15 dudes or something, you could just find a house off campus and split rent. That would be peak. That would be fire. That'd be basically like a frat without any of the frat stuff. That'd be great. Sororities? I fuck with sororities. I think sororities are cool. I mean, I'm not in one, as you may have been able to tell. Everything I hear about frats is bad. I hear no good information about frats. Everything I hear about sororities is good. I know a whole, like, 2 girls who are in sororities, and they both love it. But, like, guys who are in frats and love being in frats are not good people. That is like the antithesis of someone who you want to align yourself with. You're another frat guy, in which case, sure, throw away your dignity for some temporary pleasure. And my ideal frat would just have none of the elements of a regular frat and just be normal, a group of guys bonding, having a genuine connection, maybe having a function, maybe even having some gay sex once in a while. It don't even matter, bro. We accept everyone. I kind of wanted to, wanted to record a video for the first time in, you know, months because I'm bored. And I have a little break in the day. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go see my girlfriend later, which I'm very excited for. I hate frats and I wish frats were bad. Because if a frat was like how I've been describing it and it was normal and regular and with good people, I would love to join. But like frats as they are right now, social frats, like, if the word retarded was an item, it would be a fraternity. I don't really like that. Sorry for all the slurs and cursing. Straight white man who lives in a wealthy family's house in American suburbia, so I think I should be able to say all the slurs that I want. That's cat, by the way. That's exactly the type of shit that would get me canceled if I ever get famous. Good thing this video is ever getting released. I really just wanted to record this because I was bored. And, you know, why not, I guess? But yeah. That's the conclusion of my video. I hope none of you who are watching, which is no one, so I guess it will be fulfilled, but I hope none of you who are watching are in frats. That sounds terrible, and I'm sorry for you, and you should just kill yourself, honestly. Everyone who's watching who's not a frat guy, I wish you a wonderful day. Again, professional frats and cultural frats like that Jewish frat I mentioned are exempt from this. Those are cool. Social frats, anyone who is in a social frat who's watching this, I don't like you. Everyone else, I love you. I welcome you all. That's it. That's my proposal. Yeah, okay, bye. That's about it. See ya. "365 days ago, on the 3rd of June, 2024, I walked to... Oh my god, my hair looks horrible. Sorry. I'm gonna keep doing this throughout the duration of this video, by the way, so that will not stop because I hate the way my hair looks right now. Anyway, 365 years ago, I walked across the stage at my high school graduation and officially walked out of, you know, whatever building that was, a high school graduate. And it has now been 365 days. The entire summer has passed. The entire academic year has passed for me in college. Now I'm in summer. And here I am 1 year later, you know, if anything, probably less wise than I was back. I just wanted to record a video to commemorate that and, like, talking about the change that's happened and, like, you know, how drastically my life has changed and how much, there's been so much shit that's happened in the past year. Literally, nearly every individual facet of my life is, like, entirely different. Like, I just had a life overhaul. I've grown as a person type shit. I've met a bunch of new people and, yeah. It's a crazy world out there, ladies and gentlemen. A year ago, I don't really think I, like, understood how much weight would be lifted off my shoulders by high school ending. I guess it's the right way to phrase that. You know what I mean? Oh, good. I missed the pause button. I'm gonna end my life. What I mean by that is like the weight in question that was lifted off my shoulders is both good and bad, because yes, I no longer have to, wake up at 6:30 a.m. 5 days a week and go to school and be in school for 6 hours and 45 minutes every day and memorize all this shit for 7 different classes and do everything and do all of it, and it's very stressful. It's less of that, which is good, the academic portion of it, but it's bad for 2 reasons. One, because it comes right back in college, in a different form though. I'll talk about that later. And B, because the other stuff that was lifted off my shoulders that I was talking about earlier is like, I will never again be in the back of, math class with Mr. Barnfart laughing away with my friends. You know what I mean? Like, that will just never happen again. Different colleges, we're all splitting up, and it's kind of, like, impossible to grasp at graduation. Like, we're all just going to leave this room, and I'm quite literally never going to see 90% of them ever again for the rest of my life. And that's kind of weird. Huge graduating class. I'm actually wearing my high school track shirt, like, now. I think my graduating class was, like, 630 people. So, it's cool to see, like, on Instagram, of course, where everyone's going and how everyone's been and what everyone's been doing. But it's just crazy that I just haven't seen most of them. Like, someone posted and I'm just like, oh yeah, I used to see them every day for 7 years, and now I haven't seen them in a year. It's very weird. I have met people, at UMD that I'm really grateful that I've met. They're great people. They're awesome people. But, the transition is just, it's so sudden and it's so fast, especially because I, like most people, went straight to college after high school. I just had 1 summer of a transition period. And it's like, I don't know, a bunch of shit happened over the summer too. I had like 4 different vacations. I did a lot of working. I didn't really have enough time to reflect. And I feel like I've just kind of speed ran the past year the same way. Like, I feel like I've kind of blundered my way through the past year of my life, but it somehow ended up in a checkmate still. Back, sorry, I got distracted for like the last 10 minutes because I was flipping drumsticks and other dumb stuff. Graduation's kind of unreal. All these people you grew up around, never showing up in your life anymore. That's kind of the whole gist of what I was saying. I don't really know if I resumed that at an adequate point, but I've already recorded. I'm not gonna read it. Here since graduation, let's see what's happened. Went to Beach Week, and on Beach Week events happened that eventually led to, less than a month later, my entire friend group splitting in half. Basically, almost, kind of, sort of, like in a way. I'm definitely closer to some people than I was to others, and I'm definitely less close to some other people than I was to them. You know what I mean? I don't know. That was explained terribly, but the whole friend group dynamic changed. It wasn't even my fault. It was actually, there were like 12 people in the group. It was, if like 2 people didn't do something stupid, we'd be fine. Anyway, that happened, so my entire friend group kind of changed. I worked a job, and I earned like $4,000. I worked like 70 hours a week the entire summer. I went to Bethany with my family. I went to senior week with my friends. That's what I was talking about. And I went to Miami with my other friends. I've been maintaining a relationship with a girl I love. I've been dating her for almost 3 years now. 3 years in 3 months, so 2 years and 9 months. A bunch of times, didn't really have any time to stop and think about what the hell I was doing or where I was in my life because so much was happening. Then I just moved into college because college started. Spent 9 months there. That was kind of crazy. People, of course I was home for like winter break and shit, and spring break and Thanksgiving. But besides that, I was pretty much at college for like the entirety of. It's more so 8 months, like 8.5, I think. No, it's like 8. No, it's not. No, it is 9. No, it's definitely 9. August to May. August is 8. May is 5. And so the absolute value, or whatever the fuck, I don't know, 9 months. You know what I'm talking about? Minus all the breaks that happened. Anyway, spent a lot of time at college. Had my entire academic first year. Kind of crazy. A lot of stuff happened at college. I'm not going to elaborate on any of it. Now all of a sudden I finished all my final exams and I came home, and I've been home for roughly 2 weeks now. It's been summer for technically 2 weeks. I started a new job again. I'm definitely getting less hours than last summer, which is good because I'm not working, I'm not getting overworked, but I'm also not earning as much money. The ideal job would give me less hours than lifeguarding last summer and more hours than Black Hill this summer. Like, I could be at work right now, but I'm not. I'm given like 2 shifts in like a 12-day span. I did start off strong though. I had I worked the first 3 days were all in a row because Memorial. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna stop yapping. But yeah, starting a new job. bunch of stuff is happening this summer. Let's just run over what's happening this summer, even though it has nothing to do with the topic of the video. So, studying abroad in Costa Rica, that's pretty cool. Leaving June 25th, coming back July 6th, that's 11 nights, and then I'm home for 1 day. I'm home, well, 2 nights, but it's 1 full day because I'm coming home in the night and I'm leaving 2 days later, basically in the morning, probably early afternoon. So, I'm home the 7th to 8th, driving to West Virginia, staying there with my friends for 2 days because one of my friends has a house there. That'll be cool. Then driving straight from there to North Carolina to see my girlfriend. Going to be there because she's a camp counselor and she's going to be there for 9 weeks. This summer she's already there, but she's going to come back for a week because she's at training week right now. She comes back for a week, then she actually leaves. But yeah, so I'm there for 2 nights in North Carolina. And then I'm driving straight from North Carolina to the beach with my family again. It's the thing we do every summer. So I'm going to be with my family at the beach for 6 nights, and then I'm driving up to Rehoboth because my other friends are doing like a little weekend thing in Rehoboth. That's 12 nights total because 2, 2, 6, 2. Also, one of my friend's birthdays, who I haven't seen in a year, is during when I'm at Bethany. So if he has a sleepover at his dad's house, which is like an hour away from where I live, I might drive back there just for a night and come back in the middle of those 6. So, point is, 11 nights in Costa Rica, 2 nights home, 12 nights in West Virginia, North Carolina, Bethany Beach, and Rehoboth. All with different people. All 4 of those are with different people. Possibly driving back to like above Frederick, like north of Frederick, for 1 night. So yeah, that'll be insane. It's crazy. It's wild. Past my own house while going back to Frederick. Like I go towards the over the Bay Bridge, and then I go up and like the Baltimore Beltway. Then I turn west. So I don't even pass by my own house. So I don't know why that's relevant at all. So I got some crazy shit happening this summer as well. But the point is, last summer was crazy, this school year was crazy, and everything's been moving so fast. That's kind of the whole point of this video. I'm sorry, I've been kind of yapping and talking about nothing. It's literally just what we said in runtime. It doesn't even matter because I'm never going to post this video. But like, everything moves so fast. When you grow up, you need to like cherish the moments because everything moves so fast. Even though, like, I haven't even moved into college yet. Like, how have I already gone a year? You know what I mean? That's what it kind of feels like. How has the time passed so fast? You know, a wise man once said, you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. It's a scientific fact that, like, life does actually feel like it moves faster as you grow older. It's because your brain has, like, a limited capacity to store memories or some shit like that. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy, it's wild. Graduation was like a life-altering moment for me. So many things that led up to graduation, so many things that have happened since then, all in rapid succession. My life is in like its peak chaotic state right now. Honestly, I love it more than I hate it because I'm a very, I'm a very go with the flow kind of guy. I don't know what this has to do with the topic of the video at all, but it's very interesting to kind of like see everything around me changing so quickly and how crazy everything is and how everyone's been growing and, you know, what's been happening since graduation. It's like a life-altering event that you never really recover from, but it's not like we're recovering from something bad. Like, graduation is good. It's just, you never really, your life is just chaos, basically, is what I'm saying. And you never really grasp that until it happens. Yeah. So many things have happened, so many things have changed, but I low-key love it. So, yeah, of course I miss the old days, but I also recognize that I'm going to miss these old days when I'm older, so I'm cherishing the moments now. Yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk about this. This is never going to be posted, so I don't know why I'm talking to you like you're actually watching this video, but yeah. Just wanted to kind of say this because it's a huge thing for me. It's crazy that it's already been a year. It's insane. And, sorry, I need to scratch my butt. Anyway, it's kind of crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna log off now. Life-altering event type shit. I don't know what else to say without talking in circles, because I've already said everything. Hopefully I explained it well enough. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, that's about it. See ya. Hey everyone, it's Phil Swift. Whoops. Everyone, it's Phil Swift here, and today we are coming in with a another addition to the playlist of videos about vacations that nobody has ever watched. Shower, so that's when my hair's like a little bit wet. It's probably gonna get progressively darker over the course of this video because it's 7:10 p.m. right now as I'm recording. fun fact, I don't know. 3 style, this is just like the start of the video, no one's gonna watch this, so I'm just gonna put it in at the start of the video. There's like the portion of explaining the video that no one cares about. On my videos about vacations channel, there are 2 videos that are I went to blank. That's Utah and Japan. I went to Utah, I went to Japan. There are 2 videos that are the blank experience. That was the Hawaiian experience and the Greek experience. There was one video I made 2 summers ago that was 7 vacations in 14 months, my experience, and now I'm coming in with the second edition of that. This is the 6th video, but this is obviously different. This is 4 vacations in 1 month, but it's the same style of video. So after this video, there's going to be 2 of each archetype of travel video in that 6 video folder. Playlist, I guess, my bad. I'm just going to kind of talk about all 4 vacations. Some I'm probably going to talk about for longer than others, some shorter than others, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill, you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'm going to talk about those 4 vacations and how they went, I guess. This 1 month span was from the it's not exactly 1 month. I left June 25th, I came back July 19th, which was yesterday, so less than a month. But it's like late June until late July. That was the month we're talking about here. All right, this is 2025, of course. This vacation was Costa Rica. That was a study abroad with the University of Maryland. I came home. I was home for a day. I went to West Virginia with my friends because my friend has a house there. Spent a couple nights there. After that, drove straight from there to North Carolina to visit my girlfriend. Spent a couple nights there because she's a camp counselor there this summer and I hadn't seen her in a month. After that, drove straight up to Bethany Beach. Spent a week with my family there because we do that every summer. And then we came home. So yeah, Costa Rica was actually, it was like 4 vacations, but 2 legs. Costa Rica was actually longer than all 3 of the other vacations put together. They were both 11 nights, but Costa Rica, I left at 4 in the morning and came back at 10 p.m. on the travel days. And the second leg, where I did all 3 vacations in a row without coming home once, I left at 6 p.m., actually 7 p.m., because we were waiting in Rashab's driveway for like 14 hours, and came back at, I don't know, 12 noonish. Okay, so yeah, that's just kind of the overview, the intro that no one cares about at all. Costa Rica, I signed up for this trip. I think the sign-up deadline was like at the very start of the 2nd semester of this academic year. I submitted my application or whatever, came back a month late. Not late, a month later. It was on time. But I got waitlisted at first and then accepted like 2 days later. I don't know if that's because someone else just pulled out of the program or because I sent like a dick writing email to the professor saying, hey, please let me in. For some reason I was accepted and I was told that I was the only guy. And then I was told that I wasn't the only guy and there were actually 2 guys on the trip. I was never told how many female students were on the trip at any point. But there were 2 guys, so that's the assumption I had in my my head for about like the entirety of the 2nd semester, pretty much from like late February up until like essentially 2 weeks before we departed, which was after the semester was already over. I was told by one of the professors that, hey, by the way, the other guy pulled out of the program, so you're going to be the only guy. And I'm like, oh, that's phenomenal. So what I thought it was going to be was 20 students, 19 girls, 1 guy. I'm the only guy. That ended up not being the case because one of the girls had actually transitioned into being a guy. So I was the only biological male. But I was not the only, like, male. So there were, like, 18 women and 2 men is what it actually ended up being. Only one of them was biological. Me. Study abroad, so there was assignments and stuff. We had a bunch of, like, pre-departure requirements or whatever you want to call it. We did a bunch of orientation, stuff like that. Random, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But then, the day of, I woke up at 3 in the morning. I'm not even kidding. I had 2 hours of sleep that night. At 7 a.m. and we're about an hour away from all 3 D.C. airports. That's D.C., the other D.C. in Baltimore, so that's actually not a D.C. airport at all, but that's where I was going because the flight departed from Baltimore. So, we woke up at 3 a.m., we left at around 4, got to the airport by 5. My parents, I don't know, walked me the security line, then I went through and I was at my gate like half an hour later because actually not really that busy. Took a bunch of pictures. I'm going to be looking at this throughout the video because I'm just going to be scrolling through the pictures and telling you what happened, you know, chronologically. So yeah, got to the airport, here's some cool pictures. This is, and then after the plane took off at 7 a.m., I saw Dulles Airport from the air, which that was pretty cool. There I had a layover in Orlando. I saw 2 people from the program there who had just met in the Orlando airport. Yeah, so there were a bunch of like random people from my program that were on both the flights there and the flight back, but I didn't know who they were, so I didn't talk to any of them. Like 2 people who were around my age talking, and I was like, I wonder if they're on the program, and they ended up both being on the program, so I was right. But yeah, so a bunch of people took the Orlando flight, I guess, and then after we landed in the place Costa Rica from, oh wait, actually, look at this cool video. After we landed from Orlando, I don't know, I just thought it was cool how the clouds are moving so fast. Oh, look, the plane is rising. After we landed, I found everyone, blah, 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 got off the plane, yeah, type shit, found my luggage. Got to the group, I asked them, are you guys UMD? They were like, yeah, so I waited with them, and then we found our tour guide. God, what was her name? Allie, yeah, Allie. Allie, my goat. Love her. Everyone gathered. No one was talking yet because nobody knew each other, because although they did like 17 different orientations, they never actually attempted us to talk to each other once, which is kind of funny. But we drove from there to the airport, to our first hotel, which was in San Jose, but it wasn't actually. It was in Santa Ana, which is this like suburb, but not actually suburb. It was like an urban suburban. What the fuck am I? Oh my god. Like a sub area of San Jose, basically, is what it is. So we got there, and apparently the sun sets at 6 p.m. every night in Costa Rica for some reason. There's a 2-hour time difference. I saw this cool Cinnabon on the way there. I thought it was funny. After that, so I met my roommate. He was cool. We got our room together. People actually started talking to each other. Me and my roommate immediately went to the room and fell asleep, slept through half of orientation. Great start. After that fiasco and all the professors falsely threatening to kick us off the trip, which I'm not even like mad about that because I would probably do the same thing. Farewell dinner where I started talking with some people, not that many. No one really knew each other by that. Well, people were talking. No one really knew me by that point, and I was the only dude, so I didn't really know how it would fit in yet. Here's a picture we took the farewell dinner, blah blah blah. Yeah, cool. The view of the San Jose Hotel was pretty cool. Sorry, I'm gonna like speed run through this because I don't want to yap for too long. For Carlos, my goat. This isn't gonna be like the Hawaii and Greece videos that are like hours and hours long. One driver throughout the entire trip who drove us everywhere all the time, which is good because we needed to drive a lot. He was awesome. He was actually amazing. Carlos, love that guy. So yeah, we only spent one night in San Jose and we didn't really actually do anything because we all like just basically came out to the hotel, had orientation, had dinner, and went to bed. So, and then we left immediately in the morning for La Fortuna, yeah, that's where we went. I mean, I don't know, we did a bunch of random dumb shit that day. I started actually meeting everyone, went to this place that made ox carts. That was pretty interesting, except I actually have no idea what the hell an ox cart is. Pretty cool pictures I took at the gift shop because I thought they're aesthetic. I got to the La Fortuna Hotel. Sorry, I'm skipping over so much, but yeah, we ended up talking a lot on the bus, and that's kind of the bus ride from the ox cart place to La Fortuna, which was like a 2-hour ride, which was the longest of the day so far. We started like talking and I got to know everyone more. I don't know why it's so blurry. I started to get to know everyone, and they're all alcoholics because they're all college students just like me. I'm not alcoholic though. But yeah, after we got back there, immediately were like, yo, we need to go to the liquor store, and I was like, fucking okay. And I found this huge thing of pineapple juice there I thought was funny. It was actually really nice. We just chilled by the pool. There was a pool at the hotel. We got back. Everyone knew each other by this point. It's basically, we've been there for slightly over 24 hours now, and yeah, we all chilled by the pool. There's some pictures of me acting zesty as hell for some reason. I'm the only guy. Life is hard out here. The next morning we woke up and I discovered there was a volcano outside the hotel that I did not notice at all the previous night because for some reason we got there at like 7:30 p.m. and it was already dark at 7:30 p.m. because the sun sets at 6 p.m. every day. No idea why. But yeah, I woke up and I looked outside and I was like, bro, why is there a volcano outside my door? Running through everything that's on these pictures because I definitely forgot everything that happened that day. I don't know, we probably just did a bunch of like dumb shit, site visits or whatever going. Oh yeah, I mean, it was a class, so we had like a bunch of random academic stuff. It was all boring. I'm not going to use any of it on the final paper. Went to a bunch of places where we learned something, but we didn't actually learn anything. Here's a picture of us at the lunch place. Here's a picture of that view behind the picture of the lunch place. And here's me stripping on a pole late at night because someone told me to. Yeah, that's fun. They all went out that night because it was one of the girls' birthdays. I did not go out because I had some fuck-ass assignment that I didn't do. By this point, everyone knows each other. I've made friend groups. I'm in a friend group, basically. Me and my roommate are chill. Dude, my roommate's like I don't know, he was cool. He was chill. The next day, we left for La Fortuna, which was... No, we didn't. We left our hotel in La Fortuna. We went to the waterfall in La Fortuna. Then we drove straight to Guanacaste, which was beautiful. There was some comically large waterfall there. I don't know. It was pretty... That's not it. That's it. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. It was cool. I don't know, went in a bunch of water. We were swimming in it. It had a pretty cool current. Everyone was there. Everyone knew each other by this point. So it was all good. It was all jolly. It was all nice. It was actually a pretty fun stop because it was the first thing that we did that really wasn't academic. Here's me sitting next to the thing illegally on the fence. We had like an established friend group by this point. This picture that Zoe took of me, who was the girl whose birthday it was, genuinely one of the best pictures that's ever been taken of me. Good shit, Zoe. After that whole waterfall thing, which was pretty cool, we went to this place for lunch where I took a picture of the sandwich and we saw a bunch of cats and I don't know, wind turbines, yeah, that's what they're called. We drove to Guanacaste, which was like a 6-hour drive, and it wasn't 6, it was like 2. But yeah, it was long, and then we got to the hotel and chilled. I don't know, probably just dumb shit. I'm definitely skipping over at least like 90% of the things that have happened, by the way, just saying. It's like the spark notes of the spark notes. Like, I'm gonna lay off this because I feel like I've been repeating this like throughout the video so far, but like this is nothing. You are getting nothing. This is the bare bones basics, the super mega ultimate summary. After we drove back to, whatever fucking hotel. Oh yeah, Guanacaste, which was the beaches. It's actually, Guanacaste is basically like a state, of Costa Rica, but province, whatever, we drove to the coast of it. I don't know why it keeps getting blurry for no reason. The next few days were pretty cool. We spent 3 nights at Guanacaste. We had 1 night at San Jose, 2 nights at La Fortuna. Our next 3 nights were at Guanacaste. We did service work in the 2 days in between those 3 nights. We did service work at the local university, which really wasn't local at all because it was an hour drive each way, each day for some reason. Yeah, we just had a tour of the property and learned a bunch of stuff. Not really. We just I don't even remember what we did the first day. Nothing important. Second day, also nothing important, just cleared leaves. And then we had 4 hours there each day, but the second day we finished in like an hour and a half, so they just had us doing a bunch of dumb stuff. Like, we just full-on made lunch with them. And I drove a lawnmower. Yeah, pretty cool. I took a bunch of aesthetic photos. Here's some like stuff of the hike on the way there. I know these photos. Oh, yeah, this is me. They armed me with a leaf blower. They should not have done that. Some of these photos, you can't really see these photos at all. Not well. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do anything about that though, because no one's going to watch this. I drove by an airport on the way there. Random fact, I don't know, this is a picture of us racing a plane. You know, the days we got back, we actually had pretty full afternoons, pretty free afternoons, which was like our only free time of the entire trip. The second day we had a free afternoon. So I don't know, we just did a bunch of like cool shopping. I found these swords. This I will try to show you. Yeah, see, dude, I found these swords. It was sick. There was also this cute little cat. There are cats all over Costa Rica. It's pretty, I love cats. Those 2 days are pretty cool. The hotel was one of the best hotels in the entire thing. It was nice. I mean, our room actually sucked, but like the hotel itself was pretty nice. Our room was in the trenches. It was so random. Our last 2 out of the 3 nights at Guanacaste, I guess we couldn't go the first because we didn't know what anything was doing. But yeah, after we got back from the 2 university days, we just went to the beach for the sunset because it was right next to the beach. Dude, look at this. That's pretty. But you know what's even prettier? The day after. Oh my god, how many pictures? Jesus Christ, dude. How many pictures did I take? Yeah, you know what's even prettier? The day after. Look at this. Oh my god. Some aesthetic photos of the sunset at the beach. I don't know. Here's us all on the bus because we were chilling. Love those people. I talked about the people. I've talked about the things we've done. But yeah, the people, I fuck with the people heavy. They were amazing. Point 5 is some frog. We saw it service learning. We did a bunch of shit with trees the second day. We put a bunch of mulch in the trees. That's the day that I said we were done in an hour and a half when we should have taken us 4. We just did nothing the rest of the day after that. And the next day, got some more aesthetic photos on the beach. There was a cat there. It was very cute. And then we fed it. And then the next day, here's some alcohol, by the way. Our last night in Guanacaste, which was the day after our second service learning day, we invited the college students over to our hotel with the pool. It was pretty cool. We stayed in the pool basically every night in Guanacaste, even when we weren't allowed. Yeah, we went past after hours one night. That was pretty fun. The next day after that, we left Guanacaste and drove to Monteverde, which was horrible. It was terrifying. I hated it. The fact that it was actually beautiful at the same time. There were a bunch of really pretty photos that were taken of the drive there. I mean, there's just like, look at this. Orange skies. This one, best photo I've ever taken. I mean, you can't see it at all, but I saw on everything. It's such a good photo. Drive there was beautiful. It was long. I think that was basically the only thing we did that day because we actually got to sleep in for the only time that entire trip. We went to the Monteverde Hotel, had dinner, I don't know, a bunch of random shit, got to our room, and that was basically the whole day. Yeah, that's that day. Hotel, Monteverde is very isolated. It's like a mountain town, so our hotel was just on top of like the view from our hotel was literally above the clouds, as you can see. We went zip lining. That was pretty cool. We only spent 1 night in Monteverde after spending 3 in Guanacaste. We went zip lining and we went to a chocolate coffee tour. That was pretty interesting. This was one of the days that had nothing to do with that game. That makes you just did a bunch of random fun shit. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then we went to a comically large gift shop and drove all the way back to San Jose. So that was a very long day. We did a bunch of stuff that day. And then the last 4 nights of the trip were in San Jose. Nothing really significant happened in the last 4 nights until like the last day. But it was basically just service learning stuff. We had a city tour. And other than that, it was just service learning stuff. Yeah, we went to a bunch of agencies. I don't know, did a bunch of shit. I don't really know. And everyone knows each other at this point, so everyone's chill with each other, fuck with the people. The last day we went to a volcano. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so we had 3 days, 1 service tour and just a bunch of service stuff. And the last day was volcano, and then we had our farewell dinner and went home. Our flight home was pretty cool. Oh yeah, we went to the club. I didn't even say that. We went to the club. That's what I was saying the last night. The last day we went to the volcano. The last night we went to the club without the teachers, of course. There were only 6 of us though. That was like the super. I said 10% earlier. That's probably not even 10. That's like 5% of the thing. I don't know. The last day we all packed up, went to the airport after our 4th night, and back in San Jose. It was the same hotel as the first night, but yeah, deliberately sat on the left side of the plane. We had a direct flight this time because left side window seat of the plane because the sunset was on that side. And our flight got delayed about half an hour, which is actually a blessing in disguise because we got to see more of the sunset because the sun was setting as we were landing. And I got some, I really like this picture in particular. Dude, can you contrast? Yeah, there we go. Look how pretty that is. This is, I feel like this video is 15 minutes long. It does not do the trip justice. I mean, like so far, it's 15 minutes long. This does not do the trip justice. If I low-key probably should have made another experience video about this trip. I just happened to take 4 vacations in 1 month. In this style, but yeah, it was actually an amazing vacation. I loved the people. They were really cool. I was really nervous the first couple days, but they ended up being some of my favorite people I've ever met. I love the people. I mean, the group kind of split in 2, but I got to know everyone really well, and it was nice, and I fuck with the people heavy. Anyway, yeah. Also, the place is pretty cool. Costa Rica is beautiful. Second time I've been there. It was pretty cool. They did give us a lot of work though, so that was kind of annoying. We had 2 presentations midway and on the last day of the trip. We had almost no free time the whole time, but we did a bunch of really cool stuff. We had cool experiences. they had a pretty even mix of study and abroad. But that also meant that we had almost no free time, which I said earlier. The professors, except one, were pretty questionable. But we did get a bunch of really cool experiences. I got to hang out with a bunch of really cool people for a week and a half in a foreign country. Got a lot of really cool pictures. Visited really cool places. I don't know. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I went. I'm pretty sure everyone there is glad they went. Everyone there made friends, and yeah, I'm just happy that happened. I don't know. I don't really know how else to conclude it. But yeah, last day, whatever, packed, went to the airport, took our flight home. Yeah, cool. Went home. Got home at about 10 p.m. So on the first day, it was 11 nights. On the first day, I left the house. I woke up at 3, left the house at 4, and then came back at 10 p.m. the day we returned. So yeah, that's like the super mega Spark Notes version of that Costa Rica trip. I spent so little time explaining it. Y'all don't know like anything that happened. That was nothing. But I'm not going to be expanding on it further because no one's going to be watching this video anyways. Haha. Of the 2 legs of the vacation, that's the first one, the entire Costa Rica trip. I came home on the 6th of July. So I missed 2 of my friends' birthdays and the 4th of July, which is kind of funny. I came back on the 6th late at night. I was home the 7th, and then on the 8th, we left for West Virginia. That was my friends in West Virginia. My friends had a house in West Virginia. There were 6 of us total that went. High school friends and college friends. 2 of them go to UMD. One of them went to UMBC and kept driving to there. One of them lived at home because he goes to community college. One of them is just, I don't know. I don't want to say oddball because we all like him, but we hadn't really talked to him in that long, and it's pretty cool that he came. 6 of us total, and 36 hours approximately. No, not even. It was actually less. It was more. I lied. Yeah, at 6 p.m. on the July 8th. I came home the 6th at night. So yeah, on 6 p.m. on July 8th, I left the house, picked up my friend Sebastian, came back, picked up my friend Aditya, then went to my other friend's house, picked up Rashab, which took a long time because he's never on time for anything. We were waiting in his driveway for about 20 minutes. Drove to my friend's West Virginia house. So my two friends, Cole and Karan, had actually gone earlier. They had gone at like 2 p.m. They went to like the card store. They did a bunch of random stuff at first. They were just at the house for like 4 hours playing Magic the Gathering before we even got there. 2 of them were there for a bit, and then I picked up, and then the 4 of us came later, about like 4 hours later. And then they said meet us at the Food Lion, which is the local grocery store. So we did. We went there, got groceries, and went back to the house, had a fire. They drank a bunch of alcohol. The next 2 nights we just spent at the West Virginia house, and it was pretty cool. And we had 2 cars and 6 people, and it was really nice having fun with my friends for 2 days. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm going to expand upon that a little, of course, but yeah. So my friend has a bonfire. I'm just going to go through the pictures. My friend has a bonfire. Here's us shopping. That's pretty cool. Here's my friend fucking my other friend with the watermelon here. But yeah, Cole had a blowtorch for some reason. He just pulled that out of his inventory. An hour and a half, by the way. I don't know if you care about that at all. So yeah, we got back, and it was like the sun was setting as we were getting back from the food store, whatever, Food Line. So we got back to the house and immediately started setting up a fire. That was pretty cool. And then we sitting by the fire for a bit. My friend had a blowtorch, so it really wasn't that hard. And there was like a shit ton of sticks because there's woods. And there's like actually like a pile of sticks that is the size of this bed. I'm not even kidding. It'd actually be bigger than that bed. Fire going, got some chairs out. It was really nice, chilling, having fun. I drank a couple Twisted Teas. I didn't get drunk at all at any point in West Virginia. I still haven't gotten drunk since the academic year. Drink though, the first night, not the second night. And you'll see why in a moment. Frog by the fire and fed him Twisted Tea. Thought that was kind of funny here. Oh yeah, and then we brought the frog inside. And there's a video of one of my friends dropping the frog next to one of my other friends who was sitting inside and him screaming because like why the hell is there a frog next to him? And we got some pictures of the fire, got some cinematic pictures of the fire. Here's my friend sitting on top of my car for some reason, which is just parked outside the house. Woke up the next day, that was our only full day there. We didn't do anything. I mean we did, but we really didn't. Like, we didn't do anything that we couldn't have done at home, is what I'm saying. Fun there, of course, but we didn't really do one. Like, last time we went there, we went to the local lake and stuff. This time we tried to do one thing. Well, I'll get to that later. Up started gambling. Here's a picture of us gambling. We started playing blackjack, poker, blah, 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 blah. Then we played a 3-hour-long game of Catan. That was very interesting. I think this was my second time ever playing Catan. I think I played on my dorm floor with my roommates, like, once. But, we played a long-ass game of Catan. That was from, like, 1:30 to like 4:30 p.m. Took up like the bulk of the afternoon. By this point, we'd been there for almost 24 hours and hadn't left the house once besides the Food Line, which is before we even got there. I mean, Karan and Cole got there before though. So yeah, that night, some of them drank. Not everyone drank. I mean, not everyone drank the first night either, but some of them drank. Here's my friend holding a handle of Tito's in one hand and a blowtorch in the other. Yeah, but before that, sorry, I forgot to mention. In between Catan and us getting back to the house, I guess. My friend found this place. It was like a water hole. It was like 45 minutes away. We were like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's drive there. So we drove there. It was torrentially downpouring. It was horrible. I was driving because I had the bigger car. So, yeah, we drove there. It was completely flooded. That's kind of we drove there. It was cool. I mean, it was so fun, but it was raining so hard. I actually had to like slow down. I was going like 40 miles an hour on a highway because so was everyone else. Like everyone was driving it was actually, like, I had to lock in. Like, I had to lock in because I knew I was driving 6 people. I low-key would have been driving recklessly if I was by myself and probably would have hydroplaned into a tree. But, like, there were other people. There were 6 people in this car, and I knew, like, I can't crash this because I care about these people. We're good. We drove there. It was completely flooded. It took us a while to find it because it was very remote. But, yeah, it was completely flooded, and we kept driving around seeing if that was really it. It was. And eventually we were just like, okay, turn around, go back to the house. So we went back to the house. It was 45 minutes each way, plus like the 20 minutes we spent idling in the area, kind of. Overall, it was like a nearly 2-hour journey that did nothing but take up gas and provide nervousness and shit. That's the only time any of us left the house that entire day. We got enough groceries the first trip, so we were fine with food. Got back to the house. That's what I mean when I say we didn't do anything there that we couldn't have also done at home. I mean, it was nice to like have no parents. It's just the 6 of us for a couple days, but at the same time, like, we could have straight up just done that at home. Probably. I think. Glad it happened. Like, I'm still very glad it happened. I would have rather it happened than it didn't, so I don't really care. That night, we were gambling until about 4 in the morning. My friends showed us some fire-ass Bollywood movie. It was actually, I forget the name of it. It wasn't English, because there was English subtitles, and it was like a mixture of Hindi and English and maybe something else. But yeah, it was actually a really good movie. I fuck with that movie heavy. And the first night we watched Borat 2, by the way, because we had watched Borat 1, like, I don't know, sometime in the past. We wanted to watch Borat 2, so yeah, that was the first night. Second night, after our little expedition, we watched the Bollywood movie. And then the third day, woke up after the second night, so I guess the third day, yeah. Woke up and chilled for a bit because no one really had any time. They had to be home, and then we were like, yeah, we should probably get home. So they packed up everything, left. They went to the butcher shop, which isn't actually a butcher shop at all. You can just get regular food there. We drove there and had a little meal there. That was like kind of our lunch. It was like 3 p.m. And then after that, the 5 of them piled in Nicole's car. They went back home. I got in my own car. I was by myself. I drove 6.5 hours to North Carolina. Third leg of the trip. That's why I said, like, we didn't go back home. I got permission from my parents that we went straight to West Virginia. That's why I even had the car in the first place. I drove to West Virginia. We had a little fun time there. They all went back in Cole's car. I drove to West Virginia. To North Carolina. Yeah, that was 6.5 hours. That was a pretty cool drive. It was mostly just I-95, although it took me on a side quest. I did have to fill gas up once. Probably the one I'm going to talk the least about. West Virginia, it was pretty... No, my God, North Carolina. I drove there 6.5 hours, got there pretty late at night. I mean... Due to the stop I took and due to the rain and the weather and stuff, I left a little bit after 3 and I got there like a little bit after 10. Checked into my hotel room, was there for 2 nights. It was the cheapest hotel in the area that allowed 18-year-olds, which is why I went there. I was a camp counselor at a camp that was about half an hour away. So it was like the closest town, actually, for some reason. I mean, there was a closer one, actually, but it was significantly more expensive, and I was like, I'm not paying that. It was 20 minutes away compared to 30, so I was like, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I got there pretty late at night. I just checked into my hotel room, actually, no, I went to Wingstop because it was right next to the hotel. And it was the only thing that was open. But yeah, so I went there, got dinner, which I don't think I'd ever gotten anything at Wingstop in my life before until then. That was pretty cool. And then I went back to the hotel, clocked out for the night, went to bed, whatever. Woke up the next morning, didn't leave the hotel until like 4 p.m. again because Emma only had 1 day off, but she only had off like after 2:30 p.m., which is why I got there the day before. But yeah, it really makes sense. I just wanted to be there so I could sleep in. And yeah, I slept until like noon, woke up, I don't know, did morning routine stuff. I completely forget. I don't even think I had a breakfast. Oh yeah, I didn't have a breakfast that day. I just like did a bunch of shit, watched YouTube, doom scrolled, whatever, until Emma was actually in town. Her and her sister both worked there, so they were like, hey, meet us at the Dairy Queen. I was like, word. So I met them at the Dairy Queen, hadn't seen Emma for a month. That was pretty cool. Said hi to her sister too. But yeah, I got Emma like flowers and stuff at Target before because I'm nice. And so, yeah, I took Emma back to the hotel and we talked, basically. We just yapped. Well, Maya went back to their hotel because they were in like a different hotel. But yeah, because they had a room because they didn't have to be at camp that night because it was like the transition in between the 2 weeks. I mean, of like the campers. Like basically a full day off from like 2:30 to 2:30 the next day or something like that. And Emma basically just went back to the hotel room. We actually just drove around for a bit as well. Left at some point. Oh yeah, we went to get whatever that restaurant was called, Cookout. That was pretty cool. We got that for like early dinner. Ate that. That was good. I don't know. We had fun. I had fun talking to her. It was really nice seeing her. I enjoyed seeing her. It was nice. And then eventually at like 10 something, I dropped her back off the hotel with Maya, and they Maya was already in the room, and then she found her in the lobby, whatever. I said bye again because I'm not going to see her for another month. Yeah, went back to the hotel. Of course, I continued texting her. I'm very glad I got to see her. But yeah, that was kind of my day. I just doom scrolled to start, then spent maybe like 6 or 7 hours with Emma that day, and then I dropped her off at the hotel. That was pretty cool. Yeah, then I went to bed. I woke up really early the next morning because I was going to Bethany. From West Virginia down to North Carolina was 6.5 hours. The drive up to Bethany from North Carolina was roughly like probably 5 3/4 hours. It was like 45 minutes less than from West Virginia. For the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel, that's pretty cool. But anyway, I woke up pretty early that morning naturally somehow. I didn't even wake up to my alarm. I just woke up naturally at like 6:50. Got my stuff prepared, did my morning routines, finished everything, checked out of the hotel, put everything in the car, made sure I had everything, went to Dunkin', got breakfast there, and then at literally exactly 8 in the morning, I left. I don't know how I remember that. Got into the car, I put in the directions, I started driving, and I was like, oh, it's exactly 8. Okay, that's pretty cool. I spent the next slightly less than 6 hours driving up to Bethany Beach, to the house in Bethany Beach. That was pretty cool. Went on a bunch of roads and stuff, filled up gas once, and yeah, got there at about 2 p.m. Family, usually it's like a 3-hour drive for them, which is like every time I've driven with them so far, basically. But yeah, I'm driving up myself from North Carolina this time. It was very interesting. I did that. They stopped at Grotto's Pizza because that's their tradition. The first meal is lunch at Grotto's Pizza because they drive in the morning. That's why. They left about the same time I did. They got to Grotto's Pizza, ate. The entire family met up. There were 3 different. It's me, my brother, my parents, so that's 4 people, and my aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa. So it's 8 total. So they take 3 cars. It's 4, 2, 2. Except this time it was actually 3, 1, 2, 2. I met up at Grotto's. This is all while I'm still driving. Finished their meal, had their whole meal, had their original meal, met up. Got to the house about 30 minutes before I did, so I had pretty good timing. I missed Grotto's, unfortunately. I really wanted to go, but my parents were like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with you leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever it would have had to be. To get there on time to Grotto's at 11. So, yeah, my mom was like, yeah, you don't do that. But I did end up leaving pretty early and getting there at a reasonable time, so I did miss Grotto's, but it was cool. Yeah, I got there at about 2 p.m., then just unpacked, met my whole family there, had fun with them for the rest of the day. And for the next 6 days, woke up at 7 a.m. every single freaking morning and went to the beach at 8 every single morning and was there until either 2 or 3, whatever my parents decided that day. Had afternoons, and that was pretty cool. I got to do a bunch of stuff, play games with my family, eat with my family. It's just a nice yearly tradition we have, spending a week at Bethany Beach. And the last day, we woke up early again, clocked out early, and left, and drove 3 hours back home. My dad drove the Mazda. I drove with my mom was driving me and my brother. So I didn't drive back from Bethany, but the car did take its own route. Because my dad was like, yeah, I'm going to fill up gas and go to McDonald's first. You guys can just go straight home. Yeah, just kind of speed run through that week. Did a bunch of stuff. We played like every board game ever. Apples to Apples, Pictionary, Scrabble, a lot of Scrabble with my grandma. Me and my brother and my grandma have a Scrabble thing going. We always have to play Scrabble. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this vacation was, like the West Virginia and North Carolina were both 2 nights. This one was 7, so I don't want to feel like I'm like, but I did go straight there from it. I didn't want to feel like I'm unexplaining this, but like it was very repetitive. That's why I'm kind of speedrunning through it very fast. It was very just repetitive vacation because we just did the same thing every day. I got there the day I got there, met with my family, did a bunch of stuff. And then every day, just wake up early, go to the beach, get there in the afternoon, chill in the afternoon, talk with my family, whatever, get dinner. 2 of the days we went out for dinner. That was pretty nice. And that just had my, other meals, homemade meals, leftovers from the other meals that we've been having. Like my grandma's lasagna. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It was nice spending a week with my family. Not really going to dive deep into it because there's nothing to dive deep into because of how repetitive it is. I've already said just basically most of the things that happened. Played games, appreciated the house, saw all my family. It was nice. Did a bunch of stuff with them. Oh yeah, as for the beach itself, we just... I don't know, me and my brother would always just throw a football, we would go in the water, we would talk with family, I don't know. It was cool. It was nice. Very relaxing. We did get raked by the sun though, me and my brother, after 2 days of putting on full sunscreen. Like everywhere on our body. Even though we had shirts off. But my parents made us buy water shirts like the 3rd day or whatever because they were like, yeah, your sunscreen's getting bad. And I was like, yeah, it is. I don't understand why though because we actually are putting on a shit ton of sunscreen. Whole debacle. My skin is almost done peeling now. It peeled so much the last couple days. I think the sunscreen industry is a giant Ponzi scheme because it does not work in me and my brother's body. But yeah, did a bunch of cool stuff on the beach. Played games. I don't know. Talked. Did stuff in the waves. I'm talking in circles. You know all this already. A week with my family at the beach. That was really nice. After that, second leg of the bender, which was me driving to West Virginia, then down to North Carolina, then back up to Bethany, then going back home. We came home at about noon yesterday, and yeah, that's it. That is the second leg of the vacation bender, and that concludes the video about me talking about my 4 vacations in a 1-month span. Yeah, I'm very happy I got to do this. It was very nice, especially the Costa Rica. Y'all heard nothing about like what truly happened. There's so I actually could probably make a 4 or 5 hour video about that. I'm not even kidding. A 6-hour one for Greece. So like Costa Rica, the leg one, really nice. Really glad it happened. The West Virginia, North Carolina, Bethany Beach, leg 2, really glad that happened too. I like the diversity of the vacations. It was very nice. But yeah. I'm glad I was able to go on 4 vacations. I'm sorry, I really don't really know how to conclude videos, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm glad it happened. I hope I didn't forget anything huge. I probably did. I definitely, absolutely did, actually. I don't care. I'm just gonna end the video anyways. Yeah, I hope this video was informative. That's my, retelling of my four vacations that I had in a 1-month span. Now I'm just here back at home until school starts again, which is gonna be lovely. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a pretty trash video, but whatever. Definitely missed a lot of things, but got the general points across. 4 vacations in 1 month. There you go. That's about it. See ya. What's up, guys? Obligatory outro time. That's it. The Chronicles is now done. That was the last clip of the last video, and now every single video I've ever recorded is in the Chronicles, or the school videos compilation I posted last year. Everything I've ever made, recorded, edited, put together is now all in this one compilation. They're all up and available to view on my channel within these compilations. And cool, we're done. I sorted through it all. The project is over. Except! I actually lied to you guys. Not every single video that I have ever recorded was put into this compilation. I sorted through everything, and most of them are, but I left out a few things. Look at this. Alright, so sorry for the terrible audio and video quality, but this is the YouTube studio. This is where I see all my videos and stuff. It's sorted by date. This is the earliest video. As you can see, every single one of these videos is now either public or a part of one of the compilations I posted, all the way up to, if I just reverse the date, all the way up to the top. Not all my tier lists have premiered yet, but every video here is either public or going to be, or in one of the compilations. Like, I already finished the Chronicles episode 1 at the time of recording this. But, yeah, so that's actually not true because of this. So I have 9, I forget to sort it by date there. I have 9 videos that I am not gonna put in the compilation, but I actually have 8. That was actually a lie, because this one I just changed the name of it, because I originally had a video called An Idiot Ranting for an Hour, and so I changed that to part 2, because it was recorded after this one, and I just called this one An Idiot Ranting for an Hour part 1, because in this video, in my issue with women, I actually only talk about women for like 15 minutes, so I just cut out any possible bad parts and just put the whole video under a different name. So this one technically is in the compilations. The other 8 are not, though. This one, we got the thing I dislike about women. Pretty self-explanatory. It was 3.5 years ago, but doesn't even matter. It's still stupid. Pretty self-explanatory why I didn't put that one in. This one, the infamous ranking 140 middle school classmates based on looks and personality bracket. Not a chance in hell that's going in the compilation. This one, even more infamously, you got grading my female classmates on TikTok fame probability. Yeah, pretty obvious why these two should not be in the compilation. It would not go over well. You know, it would be suboptimal, even though they were a long time ago. It, like, literally does not matter at all. But yeah, and then this one, like, these two were kind of a part of a 2-part series, and the joke was like, you know, women use TikTok and men don't. Haha, that's so hilarious, Ryan. I bet you were the first person to ever think of that. But yeah, this one, it doesn't really make sense to put this one in and not this one. And I'm not a chance at how this one's going in. So this one isn't even bad, but I'm just not putting it in because it doesn't make sense. So those 4 that's why those 4 aren't going in. But these last 4 are actually like fine, but I'm not putting them in because this one is just like stupid random videos I have. It's literally exactly what it sounds like. It's not like one video. It's not coherent. It doesn't make sense for me to put it in because it's also it's over the course of like a year. And yeah, I just didn't want to. I don't know. It's better to leave that one out. But these 4 will be public in the My Videos like playlist or whatever that you're seeing on my channel. These won't, but these will because these are actually fine. And then you got the 2 piano videos I didn't put in because they're piano and I don't talk to the camera, so they're like boring. So I just didn't put those in. And then this one is, I recorded this actually pretty recently. It's just 3 hours of me yapping. That's literally exactly what it is. About random stuff, but it's long as hell and also possibly controversial in some spots, maybe. I don't even remember what I said. I haven't watched it since I uploaded it, but, yeah. Yeah, so every video I've ever made except for these 8, this one's in the comp. But the other 8 are not in the comp, and I just gave you the reasons for why. So I just felt like I had to clear that up. But yeah, we are now done with the Chronicles. Every video I've ever recorded that I feel comfortable putting in the compilation is in the compilation. So yeah, that's everything. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the Chronicles video series, whatever. If you just skip to the end, that's fine too. I don't really care. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.